Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Rotting Heart, a partnership campaign between Blackwater D&D and Kobold Press. We are so happy to be here. We're going to go around and introduce ourselves, and then we're going to just jump right in. We want to extend also a huge thank you, and a big happy birthday to the wonderful folks at Kobold Press. Yay! Happy birthday! And
Happy
thank you.
birthday to
And
you.
Adam's one who can actually say birthday. We are so stoked to be doing this campaign. And because it's Kobold Press's birthday, we have a giveaway. So we're going to be doing it at the break. It is for a grab bag full of zines. So we will be announcing how to enter that at the break. Dot will pass me all the info and I will pass it on to you. But yeah, we're going to go around and introduce ourselves. Tim, do you want to go first?
Hey, I'm Tim Carlson. I'm the DM, and I use he, him pronouns. Gordy, take it away.
Hi, my name's Gordy Lucius. I also use he, him pronouns. I'm a wackadoo comedian. I do a lot of stuff with a local improv company here called Rapid Fire Theater. You can check them out. And I'm playing a character called Franklin Heavyheart, who is a gear-forged minotaur and is a shield fighter. I'll pass it on to Adam.
Oh, it's me. Hi, I'm Adam Lucas. I stream at AD Lucasa. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Vlad Veyroon, one of the Brothers Bear, a boreal soul sorceress bear folk ready to eat some meat.
How rude! Very rude of you.
I'm going to throw it to Udahime.
Hi guys, I'm Utahime. I use me and my character. We have she/her pronouns. I'm a cosplayer and streamer. You can find me at Utahime Cosplay or Brianna DaCosta on Twitter. And tonight I'm playing Orathia, or as everyone calls her, Ray. She's an Alseid, and she is a druid, a circle of owls.
Hi, my name is Cody. I'm being
Yes.
right. Just,
I
yeah,
felt like he was
no,
about to be
no,
like, I'm being
yes.
watched.
Yes, I'm being.
I need help. Help me now.
I'm being watched. Blink twice. I'm playing Vlad Nefear, the Bearfolk Paladin, the other half of the Brothers Bear.
And then I guess it is just me. Hi, I'm M. Carlson. I am a cast member over at Blackwater D&D, and I am playing Gully, which is short for Gulliver, Canopykin. Gully uses they, she pronouns. I use she, her pronouns. And Gully is a Piney warlock of the Old Wood, Pact of the Talisman. So yeah, Tim, take it away.
Nice. All right, so welcome. If you're new, here's what you may have missed so far. So last week, our adventurers managed to dispatch one of the attacking mushroom folk as the other one fled, but not before tipping them off to the trail of black roots and red flowers leading deeper into the western Margreve. They pushed on, believing the blood-red flowers were somehow connected to the vampire Mercy Black, who Veyroon and Nefear had been tracking, as well as the blight afflicting Gully. They arrived at the fetid swamp, where they found a ruined boat containing a scrap of fur-lined cloak belonging to the Nefear Eklet the Meek, a servant of Mercy Black. They followed the trail through the swamp to a nearby ruin where Ray was spotted by Eklet as a flurry of tiny undead sprites rushed toward her, and that is where we are going to pick up. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh boy, right off the top, here we go.
Oh no.
So, 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
Oh, 19.
That
18.
natural 20 for Gully, so 23 for me.
Ooh, nice. All right. And sorry, who was at 19?
19.
19?
18.
16. Sorry.
What is your dex modifier, Ray?
Let's see. +2.
+2. And Franklin, what's your dex modifier?
+1.
All right, so it'll be Ray first, and then Franklin. No, and then Franklin, and then Nefear.
And we know we can see Eklet like everyone, or just Ray?
Just Ray can see Eklit. Ray is a little bit ahead because she went ahead of the rest of you. So we'll say she's about 20 feet ahead of you because you guys were kind of sneaking in behind. But she's about 20 feet ahead of you, and you can just see about 10 feet from her are these kind of like small sprite-like creatures. It's hard to make out exactly what they look like as they're moving fairly quickly. The only one who really got a good look at them was Ray at this point.
Cool beans.
All right, so Gully, you are first.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay. Knowing that, hearing Ray seeing Ray getting startled up front and hearing that Ray blew her cover, I am going to take my crossbow off my back and I am going to touch it as a bonus action and cast Booster Shot on it. So I imbue a two-handed range weapon, typically a short bow, long bow, light crossbow, that I touch with random magical benefit. While it lasts, the projectile is fired that occurs hitting additional to its normal damage. I'm going to roll, here's the question, Tim. Would you like me to roll a d6 every time or a d6 for this casting of Booster Shot?
I think every time. That's more fun.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Okay, if I see one of the corpse pixies, is that
They are Cadaver Sprites.
Oh gosh, do I ever love that? I am gonna.
They are horrifying.
I'm gonna fire at the one closest to Ray. Then, as I run up,
sounds
actually, I'll move up first, and then I'll run. I'll fire.
There's 3 of them, kind of moving towards, but yeah, there's one slightly ahead of the other 2. So
That's the one that I will fire at. Okay, that is going to be a +7 to hit. So that's going to be a flirty 20.
that hits.
And I am going to add 2d10 force damage to this target, and it's pushed back 20 feet.
Okay.
And this is, okay, and then that's +1 to 8. This is a great spell. It's a 3rd level spell. Highly recommend.
That's a long way to get shoved by a bolt.
Is 13 plus 4. That's going to be 17 points of damage.
Oh yeah. So you watch as you like send this crossbow bolt, and you watch as this kind of like glowing white energy surrounds it as it slams into this thing, and it takes out just like a chunk of its chest and like stomach as it's like, whoa, and it kind of spins. It's still flying barely, but it is very, very hurt.
And then, finishing my movement, I would want to kind of come up on Ray's right-hand side.
Okay. Sounds good.
And that's my turn.
Great. All right. It is the sprite's turn. So they are going to... the one that you just hit is actually going to attack you, Gully. And it's going to go in with its... let's do its bite. It like lunges towards you with its bite, and you can see it's like this kind of like black ichor around its tiny mouth. So it's going to go to try to bite you, and that is a 19 to hit.
Yes, it does.
All right. So that is that's only that's 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And 4 necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Okay, I am having the necrotic damage because I am resistant to that because of my star and shadow casting, as well as my gloves. And am I saving against poison?
No.
Okay. Well, fine then. Constitution saving throw. Okay. Oh boy, that's gonna be a 6.
Okay, that's a failure. So you feel this like you watch as the like kind of black ichor sort of seeps into your bark-like skin, and you feel kind of a pain radiate through your body. So you will take some damage at the top of your next turn.
Yeep.
All right, it is the other 2. They are going to. You watch as they have small kind of short bows, and they're gonna hold back at 10 feet, and they're gonna
Your mic.
I missed it. Sorry.
Oh man, is it back now?
Yeah.
I know it was towards me. That's all I heard.
Yeah. Okay. So the sprite is going to use they're going to use their short bows. You watch as the 2 that are 10 feet back kind of pull out these little tiny short bows, and they kind of load them up, and they're both going to take shots at you, Ray. So the first one is
Now we cannot be friends.
That one is only a 12.
Nothing. No.
And the other one is a 16.
Ah, just hits.
All right, so the first one kind of shoots, and the little tiny bolt kind of pings off one of your antlers, and the second one kind of finds purchase in your shoulder. All right, so that is 7 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Okay. Let's see. No, that is only a 5.
Okay. All right, so you oh, okay.
Oh.
So you fall unconscious.
No!
If it is 5 or lower, you fall unconscious. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so you watch as Ray kind of like their front hooves kind of buckle, and she just goes down onto the forest floor. And you hear the sprites.
Yeah, as I go down, just so rude.
So
All
rude.
right. Veyroon, you're up.
So from my side, in a little little belt, I pull out a metal dart, and I am going as a bonus action. I lost my spells. There. Bonus action. I am going to touch the ring on my spearhead and cast Hoarfrost on it, so it lights up with fire, with ice. Opposite of what I'm trying to do. And then as a part of throwing it, I'm going to cast Biting Arrow. Both are cantrips.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to roll this attack. Oh, that's not great. It's a plus 6 to hit because it's a thrown weapon. 14 to hit.
14 just hits.
And then I'm going to do a chunk of damage.
And which one are you attacking? The one that's been hit, or one of the other ones?
I'm going to do the one... Is the one that's been hit the one that unconscified Ray?
No, it was one of the other ones.
I'm going to hit that one. I don't know if it's going to have any effect, but just in case it does, that's...
Okay. The one that made, or as you said, uncontrified Ray?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to
Uncontrification
say
is
that.
a pretty bad thing.
Contrification.
Yeah. And if this creature makes a reaction, it'll
Okay.
take an additional 2d6 damage.
Okay.
But
I don't think it has any reactions, but that's good to know.
6,
Somebody
8.
moves out of its melee.
9 plus my dexterity. 12 points of
Nice.
piercing and cold damage.
Yes, you watch as the dart kind of streaks across and again just like smokes its leg. And you can see just like the ice kind of shoot out up its body as it kind of screams in pain. All right. Ray, you are you are poisoned and unconscious.
Oh, this is like the last fight, but me.
And realizing that,
Yeah.
all right, it is Franklin's turn.
Okay, so stuff is going down here for sure. So I want to run up to in front of Ray and just like put up my shield, and then as a bonus move, just try to like shield master shove them so that they just like whip away from them.
Yeah. Do you want to? The one that's closest to you would be the one that attacked Gully, the one that bit Gully. The other ones are 10 feet beyond that, so you'd have to use your full... If you wanted to get up in their business, you'd have to use your full movement to get to them.
Okay, yeah, I want to use my full movement, and then am I still able to use a bonus action to shield push them?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do that, because I think
Yeah.
she needs some protection, so...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like that shove attack.
Yeah.
So roll an attack, basically, because you're proficient, I think, with your shield because of your class.
Yeah. I was like, a shield doesn't really do any damage, is one thing.
Yeah, so you could push them away.
I can push them away, yeah.
Mhm.
Sweet.
Sorry, Tim. That creature took another 4 points of damage because I forgot to add
Nice.
when I do cold damage, I do my charisma
It
as
is
well.
looking rough.
Sweet.
All right, only a 4, so not slick.
You try, and just because they're so small and light, you just like it's like hitting a bug. Like it just kind of like it moves up a little bit and it just kind of bounces off of your shield, but it doesn't seem to move farther away.
Now it's just like, oh, it's touching it.
Did you want to do that? Would have been your action to do that kind of shield shove. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn? You good?
I think I just want to just like make sure that she's protected with my shield.
Totally. You're definitely, you're in between them now. All right, it is Nefear's turn.
Yes. How long has it been since we ate the honey?
It would have been...
Because the effects, I don't know if what happened to Ray is like an effect and also poison, but we're immune to poison for 24 hours.
Okay, so she isn't poisoned, but it is still an effect.
Okay.
She's still unconscious.
That honey comes in handy.
Honey is great.
Good honey.
Good bee milk.
Yeah, bee milk.
Week to week, bring it back. Is there a pixie near anyone, like currently in combat, or has it been mostly ranged?
There's one up on Gully, and now the other 2 are in melee with Franklin.
Okay. 2 is okay. Then I'll run to Franklin's side, and I'm gonna take my warhammer and I'm gonna try to swat one of them out of the air.
All right, sounds good.
2 attacks.
So I would. Are you attacking the one that's already been hit?
Yeah, I'll attack that one first. Yes.
All right, so just roll 1 attack and then see. You might be able to
got
get
it.
an
I
attack
got
on both.
a 20 for the first.
Yeah, it absolutely hits.
Sweet.
And you can roll your
for
other attack on the other one if you want.
Total of 7.
7 damage? Oh yeah, that one just, you hear this like splat as you smoke it with your hammer. You just like
stuck to the front.
Yeah, absolutely.
Swings the
Bug on
hammer,
a
it's not there
windshield.
anymore. Can't.
Where'd it go?
Oh.
And then a
my
14
boy.
for the next.
Yeah, that just hits. 14 just hits.
Lovely. Swing for the other one as it sees the corpse of its friend stuck to the hammer coming right at it. Another 7.
Nice. Yeah, that one is like, and kind of gets bounced back a little bit. All right, so it is now Ecklet's turn. Ooh, my book closed.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Who do. Ooh, yeah. Okay. As you are up there, Nefear, you got to look at Ecklet, who's standing kind of near the statue, and he sees you, and you see his like a smile kind of creep across his face, and I need you to make a charisma saving throw for me, please. It's about 30 feet away from you.
Okay. Charisma save. I can do that. Hopefully I'm good at those. I am. Does a natural 1 do it?
No, it does not. So you have been charmed by the.
I was hoping it was going to be frightened.
By Ecklet. All right.
Is there any chance you could make it a wisdom saving throws?
I wish I could. I
Just-
wish that I could. All right.
Asking for a friend.
All right. Okay, great. And then he is going to. Ooh, he's probably gonna run after that. He's gonna. You watch as he kind of turns around and continues to run past the ruins. Another 30 feet, so he's about 60 feet away from you at the moment. Gully, it is your turn. You take a bit of damage off the top of your turn because.
Okay.
Bite. You take another 4 necrotic damage.
Halved for 2.
Yeah.
Because of my casting. Okay, cool. I'm up in melee with one of them.
Yep.
Do I see Ecklet at this point?
Yes, you would see him from where you are.
Motherfucker. Oh nope, that's I'm so
That's the
sorry.
one.
That's the one.
That's our one.
That's our one. We're done.
It really is going around. It's going around.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
Wasn't me.
That's a long day.
But it still might be,
I think
Cody.
it's because we have kids, so we
Nuh-uh.
have to keep those in all day. So it's
Yeah.
hard for
I'm
us.
sorry, guys.
Also, our Blackwater campaign has a lot of the swear words.
Yeah, exactly.
No, never once.
Anyway, so knowing
So
that this pixie is all up in my business, I am going to and seeing Ray go down and then seeing Eklet. Are two pixies still up?
Yes, there's two. There's one by you, and then there's one by Nefear.
Okay, I am going to shoot the one Eklet, because yeah, he's a bigger problem.
Okay, he's 70 feet away.
Oh, I can't reach him then with my crossbow, dang it! But I can reach him with my Eldritch Blast. Also,
Eldritch
Phoenix
Blast.
Wacky, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for
Thank
welcoming in.
you.
Welcome to the Margreve,
Whoa.
folks.
Desperately trying
Um,
to find this ability.
Is there a way that I could move myself to get both Eklet and one of the pixies in a line?
Yeah, they're about in a line, I would say.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Especially the one right in front of you, because you'd be able to kind of move within melee to kind of line him up with the pixie or the sprite that's in front of you.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I am going to hitch my crossbow just for a second, and I'm going to move around, and you watch as Gully's eyes, instead of going dark, the other one glows a bright, bright gold, and I am going to cast Phase Bolt directly from myself. That almost kind of like it beams kind of down into her hands and then just pushes straight out.
Nice.
So that is going to be dexterity saving throws, please.
Yeah. All right, so I'll do the sprite first.
Number to
Ooh,
beat.
that is only a 10 for the sprite.
That's a failure. 15's the number to beat.
And that is only a 7. Wow, terrible rolls. 7 for Eklet.
Oh boy, howdy! They're gonna take some damage. If there's also any inanimate objects, the bolt passes through that as well, eliminating cover for that. So they're gonna take 5d8 force damage.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Yeah.
My
He's
best
got
friends
low
are
health, right?
damage.
Eklet and this pixie that I'm
This
aiming
pixie.
at.
The pixie that's already like got a huge chunk missing out of it.
I mean, my best friend is down on the
No,
ground.
Fair.
That is going to be 25 force damage.
Nice. So you watch as this pixie is vaporized. It just and you watch as Eklet gets hit square in the back and stumbles forward. That looks like it very much hurt him.
And with my movement then, because the pixie in front of me is gone, I am going to start running towards where Eklet is.
All right, so you start closing the gap. You
Yeah,
get
seeing that Franklin has Ray covered, I'm going to start running that way.
nice. Okay. All right, so he's still 40 feet ahead of you, but it is now the last pixie's turn. It's going to try to get you, Nefear.
Makes sense.
It's going to go with its... yeah, it's probably going to do that. It's going to be at disadvantage, but it's going to try to shoot you with its short bow.
Fair.
It's a ranged weapon and you're in melee, but... Ooh, that's not too bad. So that's still a flirty 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 15, 19.
Yeah, it works.
All right, so that is...
I'll allow it.
6
nice.
piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Row Raggy. Okay. Con is an 18.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You you feel it, kind of like the prick of the tiny bolt, but it you kind of flex it out before the poison takes hold.
All thanks to the honey.
All right, it is now Veyrune's turn.
I'm gonna be like, Eklet, And I'm gonna I'm going to run. I didn't say that.
Have
I
a
said
fun time.
I said
of
I'm
running
gonna have a
after.
fun time. Oh, it's so hard not to swear. It's like, ugh. I'm gonna run forward. I'm gonna use one of the most buck wild meta magics in Kobold Press. I'm gonna spend 3 sorcery points to cast an autonomous spell, which removes its concentration. It is just a non-concentration spell when I use the sorcery points. And I'm going to step forward, I'm going to pull my arms out and then pull them together. And the air around Eklet is going to crackle and then solidify into ice as I cast Entomb in Ice on Eklet. I need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
That is a 13.
He is restrained for a minute.
As he watches it
As
just as he freezes up. All right, so yeah, you would have closed the distance as well, because you had come up near, or were you still farther back?
I'd thrown the dart at the pixie. I'm not sure.
So you're still probably about you were still probably about 60 feet away from him. You close the distance to 60 feet
to cast the spell. Yeah,
to cast the spell, and that's just,
Cool.
that makes sense. All right, it is now Ray's turn.
Is it an action to try to obviously get up or wake myself up? I don't know.
No, unfortunately, you need someone else to wake you up.
No. I was like, can I fight this off, please?
No, unfortunately,
okay, I
you are
figured as
still
much.
out.
Okay.
It is Franklin's turn, though.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to wake up Ray.
All right, yeah. So you go over and wake up Ray.
It's like in the classic in this campaign, just shake him.
Shake, the good old shake.
Okay.
Come on,
I'm up.
come back to me.
You can stop shaking me now, please.
Okay, sorry.
Live.
He's getting away. I gotta get him. I'm just gonna also just chase after Eklet, even though he's like encased in ice, kind of like.
Yeah.
So he's 60 feet away right now, or 70.
Yes, he would be 60 feet away from. Or no, because you were farther up. You had gotten right up where the pixies were, and so he was 50 feet away. You went back to help Ray, and then back. So he's about 30 feet from you now.
Is there? Can I run up to him and just like chuck my shield at him like I was Captain America style?
He's still 30 feet away from you, and you used your action to wake up Ray. So next time, you can try to throw your shield.
That thing doesn't obey the laws of physics at all.
Oh, right. It is now Nefear's turn. There's just the one sprite in front of you.
Okay, and how far is Eklet from me?
Eklet is still about. You're up near Franklin, so he's about 50 feet away from you.
Perfect. I'm going to grab a javelin off my back, and I'm going to channel divinity. So you're gonna see static all through my fur and through the air collect into this javelin. I'm going to cast a storm strike as Nefear recites one of the tenets of thunder. Crush the abomination. And I'm gonna just like unleash this fucking storm strike right at his face. Never mind.
You're in such bad behavior tonight.
We're on bad behavior.
Wait.
Dot, we're
I got it,
sorry, Dot. We're trying really hard not.
Actually,
No,
I
it's
fall
fine.
asleep from the pixie. I don't
We need
know
a
that.
5-second
fine.
delay.
We'll edit it in. Beep. There we go. We're covered.
We did
We
it.
can do that,
We
right?
love you, Dot. We're sorry.
It does make everything seem cooler though with swear. It's like I effing do this. Like so much more. It means so much more.
Friggin'. Okay, we gotta
Fudge.
get used to using
Fudge is
friggin'.
my favorite.
Like-
Fudge.
Yes.
Fudge.
Fucking
is-
Ray.
Good dessert. Do I have advantage because he's restrained?
I believe
thing?
so. Yeah, I believe so. Because he is restrained when he's
Oh.
entombed in ice, right?
Yes.
Thanks, Dot. Dot changed our rating to R.
No.
Sorry.
Oh
You must be over 18 to watch it.
19.
no. 19. Absolutely, that
Yep.
hits.
I
Yeah.
do like that in the R rating it says this campaign like gore, body horror, violence, and possibly some math, which I think all R-rated things should. Like too much math, R rating immediately. Straight to the R.
I can't do
just
it.
A Beautiful Mind, rated X.
Tw-
How much?
21 all up.
21. Yeah. How do you want to kill Eklist?
Oh, whoops.
Oh
no! We need him alive!
I thought
You
he
can
would
say that
have.
he's unconscious, but you watch as the
Okay, can I pin
bolt-
it like through his leg or
Oh,
something?
it goes through his chest, and he's like, oh! You hear like a shattering of ice as it moves through the ice, and you watch his whole body kind of shudder, and like you hear an audible like, he is dying quickly.
I run up to
How
him
much damage was
so
that?
fast.
That was 21 points of
Because-
damage.
To the tomb. So, damage equal to your spell save DC will destroy the tomb and free the target. But it's. I
It's
think
a
it's
li-
up to
it's
you
a-
whether or not that's like.
It's a
it
line
hitting
shot.
him. Oh, then it's gonna hit. Yeah. So the tomb breaks as well.
the
which is
divinity
good.
is like a 5
Well, in
foot.
this instance, it's
line
good because on
shot.
the top of his turn, he would have taken damage. So you've broken the tomb as well.
Smash through
Yeah,
it.
15 of
he's-
it was.
He is the
Lightning.
excellent, the best way to restrain someone, which is
Death.
unconsciousness.
Yeah. So you can run up. There is still one pixie though. So would you like to run up to him?
Yeah, I want to get in range to try and, like, on my next turn, I guess, cast Cure Wounds. So I'll take
Alright.
an opportunity attack from the pixie if that's what it
Yeah.
takes.
Yes, you will get an attack of opportunity from the pixie, but that is only that's only a 10, so that won't hit. So as it tries to bite you as you move by. It is now Eklit's turn, so he's gonna make a death saving throw. Where's a natural 1?
No.
You just hear,
Oh, he would have died if you hadn't have broken the tomb. He would have died.
all right, it is Gully's turn.
Seeing this calamity that is happening in front of me, of Eklet unconscious, and Nefear in Vlad Braven being like, "We need him alive!" I'm gonna turn around and fire. Take my crossbow, and I'm gonna fire on the remaining pixie.
All right, sounds good.
I'm gonna shoot Outlook in the face.
I'm gonna finish the
right.
job.
That's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, you heard them. Wait, is he still moving?
Gully knows how to follow instructions.
Double tap.
It's gonna be a 15 to hit.
All right.
That hits.
So I will roll the d6 for the random damage.
yeah.
I do love random. This is nice. Okay.
What a
well,
wild spell.
It's so great. I
It's
love
very
it
fun.
so much.
It's almost like a little condensed version of wild magic.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
a
Yeah.
little condensed version.
I wanted to make sure that warlocks could carry crossbows strictly when I was making this, because as I was said last week, I built a warlock like a rogue. So this is how I'm doing it.
Amazing.
So okay, I'm gonna do my 1d8 plus 4 crossbow damage, which is going to be, that's 10, and then I'm gonna add 2d10 lightning damage to the target.
Dang, dude.
We really
I'm just
merged
taking
this
inspiration from the
corpse.
Blood Brothers.
Yeah, really good at killing pixies.
It's gonna be 12 damage to the pixie.
Oh yeah, you fry it.
However, is there anybody standing in a line behind the pixie?
Nefear probably because he ran past the pixie.
Okay, well, here's me hoping Nefear is immune to lightning damage because it hits 1d10 lightning to all creatures in a 5-foot wide line behind that target. Yeah.
I wish that would actually be really nice.
Oh, sorry. No, I lied. 1d10 lightning damage to all creatures in a 5-foot wide line between the weapon and the target.
Okay,
So-
then no, you're good.
Okay,
You're
and I
good.
don't hit anyone else. Sorry,
Nice.
guys.
All right, so yeah, you watch as the pixie just like gets zapped and drops to the ground, or the sprite, I should say. So we can drop out. Actually, no. Let's. We got to stay in initiative to see if he.
Just in case someone
Excellent.
dies.
Beirun, it is your turn.
I just full dash. over to Ecklet.
Yeah,
and I'm just gonna stand with my spear ready in case he like miraculously comes up.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna stand with the butt. I'm just getting ready to like clonk him on the head. Just the back end of the spear. Just dunk.
All right, it is Ray. You are up and awake.
Okay, so Ray is definitely pissed off because of the fact that she was just bombarded with these little pixies. So she's gonna say, "Hey!" and then she's gonna go forward, basically her full movement to get as close as Verun and like the rest of them are around Eklid. And how like is she able to like? Cause she's like 40 feet of movement, so she's close enough.
Yeah.
So you hear her like whistle. It's like a loud whistle that kind of echoes, and she kind of leans down, even though she sees that he's basically like on his last leg because she's bitter. You're not the only one with little small friends.
Alive! We need him alive! We need him alive!
What happens when she says this is all of a sudden you hear like the pitter patter of tiny feet. All of a sudden you see these small fuzzy squirrels coming from all around within the forest. Their eyes are a really, really bright red, beady little eyes, and they expose where they're you see these sharp teeth, and they start to swarm around only Eklid, just in unison, just swarming around him. She's just cast a spell called Nipping at Heels. So basically, I need Eklid to, well, he's already basically down for the count. I don't think he fails immediately, right?
If he takes damage, he fails.
So this is basically to ensure that this person has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and is distracted by these little things unless it basically achieves its wisdom saving throw, because
it doesn't take any damage.
It's just basically no damage. It's just
kind of ready for when he wakes up.
Mentally, he's going to think that he's being bit at by these rabid little illusionary crazy squirrels.
Very cool.
So when he comes to, if he comes to, then he will make the wisdom.
But right
save
now,
then.
that's all you see, but you don't really see them doing damage, so you're just like, what?
Yeah.
But,
So he'll make the save if he becomes conscious again.
Yes.
All right. Nice. I really thought you were just gonna have to meet him. All right.
No,
it is-
see, Ray is petty. She's
Yeah.
petty, but she's still somewhat intelligent.
So good. All right. It is Franklin's turn.
It's like, well, we don't want to kill him, right?
This would be such a funny time for Franklin to no longer be a pacifist.
Yeah.
Douche.
Yeah, just stomp on me like he make angry.
Still.
Well, no, I will not be doing it. I will still be a pacifist. Who has that healing ball, like that ball of a restoration ball? Like,
I think
would
I
this
was
be
the
able
last person to be holding it.
Yeah, probably.
Aaron has it.
All right, I have to like give it to me so I can just like shove it into like Eklid's mouth, because I don't know how it works. I just know it's like this will help him.
I don't
Like, you know, you like put it in a pig. You know, like when you roast a pig. You know, you eat meat. Give me the ball, man. Okay,
Franklin's not thinking clearly.
I take it and I just like I just put it in his mouth like.
Make sure he doesn't choke.
Yeah, well, the ball's too big. He didn't have a giant mouth. Okay, look,
Shove
this
it
is a
in,
great
it kinda
idea.
Catches on his fangs a little bit, which you can see now that his mouth is open.
And then I just clamp it down, kind of like very slowly, kind of like in
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how.
Like
Just
handling
put it
like
in-
a big cat.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a
a
cat.
sedated
That's
cat
like,
when you like put a shot in a cat's mouth.
yeah. Its lip is caught on one tooth. It's like,
You're like, oh, poor thing. So now
Oh.
it's this restoration ball's in its mouth.
All right, that's great. Nefear, it is your turn.
like
Doesn't do
Tim,
anything.
blows the rest of
as
the
people that
distance.
we have that like hunted a lot of vampires, do we know if Nefear react negatively to healing?
They do. You would know. Actually, make. Well, it's not your turn, so
Yeah, no,
Nefear
yeah,
can.
it's-
If you want to try to figure it out, you can make a history check. It's up to you, Nefear,
Oh, me. Sorry.
because it's your turn.
Yeah. Sorry. Adam asked the question, and so I was
No, yeah, but it's not my turn.
my brain shut off in that part. So
Someone else is talking.
history check.
History. If you want to see if you can deduce whether
Okay.
healing would work on a Nefear.
-1. I probably wouldn't do. 15 minus 1. 14.
I mean, it looks like a humanoid. You know, the Nefear aren't fully undead. They're kind of the offspring of vampires and living creatures, so they're somewhere in the middle.
I could definitely
so-
say I've probably never done this before.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely. You've never done this before.
I'll go over and I'll use 5 points of lay on hands.
Okay. So you watch as the radiant energy kind of pours out of your hands, and the warmth kind of moves into Eklet, and you watch as and he's like gagged. So now he'll try to make that wisdom save.
So does that 5 become 6 because of the
Becomes
ball?
Oh, nice.
As you watch it, it like kind of captures some of that glow and dissipates it further. He rolled a 2 on his wisdom save.
Yeah, 14 was needed, so
yeah.
definitely waking up with that ball in his mouth and little rabid
And he's still
squirrels
like,
just
he's still pinned by this javelin. It is a horrible sight. He is, he is going to, though, like in his like wild panic, he's gonna pull out his rapier, and he's gonna strike at you, Nefear, because you're closest, because you just laid on
Sure.
hands.
and
Uh,
at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Because of the squirrels.
My
Yeah.
little friends.
First one's only a 6 to hit, and the second one is also only a 6 to hit. So yeah, he just swings wildly, visibly panicked. This is a terrifying sight.
Gagged and banged.
He's
This
freaking
is
out.
rated R for sure.
All right, it is back to the top gully.
I am going to run over, and I would like to take this. Eklet is heavily subdued at this point, but to add insult to injury, I'd like to take my action to essentially restrain him, like tie him up.
I will have you make an athletics.
An athletics check is what's being made right
Oh,
now because
athletics.
Tim was muted.
My mistake.
Thank
Yes,
you.
an athletics check, please.
Okay.
He rolled so poorly. He sucks. I rolled a 3 for athletics.
I have a +0 to athletics, so we'll see how this goes.
Roll the dice. Hope for the best. All you need is a 4 and up.
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely. You just like you kind of kick the sword out of his hand and bind him up as you all kind of like we can drop out of initiative.
And-
As you,
I look over top of him and I go, I point to this. I point to my eye and I go, don't even think about it. And I snatch the ball out of his mouth. And I go, you mind your manners. You mind your manners.
You heard her, or my little friends will just.
Okay.
I'll shove that ball right back in your mouth, little fella.
What do you want with me?
I'll hook the ball to my waist to hold on to it.
We have questions for you, Eklet, but as it stands now, you seem far too comfortable, so we're gonna put you in a place, and then we're gonna ask you some questions. And he's tied up, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my rope, and I'm gonna loop it over a branch, and I'm gonna tie one end to his feet and just hoist him up. And I'm just gonna hold him upside down. All right. Question time.
What do you want? What? Why are you doing this?
Well, My brother and I are looking for Mercy. Sure you know where she is?
No, I've been trying to find her.
I kind of tug the rope a little bit.
Check.
You can make an insight check, sure.
My insight is so poor, but I'm doing it anyway.
Hmm.
You can take the high wisdom. You can take the girl out of the high wisdom character, but you can't take the high wisdom character.
Can anyone do that if they wanted to?
Yeah, you can make an insight check as well.
Ooh, can I? I got some tasties.
Sure.
Tasty insight.
Nefear, you got anything for us? Anything you want to ask?
I'm curious about the leaves. Why they want blood.
And the corpse pixies, they were weird.
I just found them.
They were rude, okay?
I know. They wouldn't shut up and leave me alone.
Why they have sharp teeth then? Like you.
I don't know. I don't know. Probably has something to do with those roots. And he kind of like gestures with his head over the black roots that you can see kind of run through the greenstone ruins.
What do you know about them?
I don't know anything about them. I've been trying to find Mercy Black. I just assumed that I could probably follow them to find her.
Do you think she did them?
I have no idea.
Can I try to like intimidate him? Just like spin him around?
Yeah, sure.
him dizzy.
What was your insight check, by the way?
My insight was 23.
Okay. And what was yours, Ray?
Mine was 15.
15. Okay. Yeah, Franklin, with your 23. In fact, I'll have everyone else take their headphones out.
Ooh.
Oh, me too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So with your 23, you, as he kind of says that, you can see he is, at one point he kind of glances up at his jacket, like where his jacket would be kind of tied up under the rope. And you can see him kind of struggling and like trying to shift the center of his body a bit as he kind of like, he can't help himself but glance just a little bit at something in his coat. But it's very subtle. You just happen to catch it as they're talking to him. As you spin him around, you can also make an intimidation check.
Okay, I'll take a intimidation.
Can I snarl and give the help action because I'm proficient in intimidation?
You can.
Okay, so
It's just a hot
you can roll
eight.
with advantage because I'm giving you the I'm giving you the help action. Yeah.
Ooh, sweet. 21.
21. So yeah, you kind of spin him, and then Varun, you just wait, and you kind of jump scare him. As he's spinning. Like, ah!
He's just spinning and being like taunted.
What? Look, I can help you.
Help us what?
There was a reason we were tracking down Eklet because Eklet had like attacked a village, right?
Yeah, you know that he has, like, you were sort of chasing him down, and you know that he is often, is either sent ahead of Mercy, or he kind of goes in afterwards and preys on the people that have already been terrorized.
Right. So this is a bad dude. Okay.
Yeah.
I look at Ray and Gully. This is a hard conversation to have, but once we have exhausted, do we feel like we've exhausted our line of questioning?
Does he know how to fix it?
Do you know how to fix it?
Well, if you let me down, maybe I can help you find whatever it is you're looking for.
Can
And
I
then I can
rip
tell
at
you
it
if I can
as
help
he's talking about this? Just like rip at his chest
Yeah.
and just
Make
grab it and just like pull.
Yeah. So as you kind of reach through, you kind of pull part of his jacket, and you watch as a piece of parchment tumbles out.
Oh,
Hey, that's
looky
mine.
here.
Could you put that
Oh.
back?
You do not
Wow.
get to make demands. We do.
Yeah, you're
So
hanging
shut up.
upside down in a tree. You're not
you
Let's
want
start
to go back
picking
to
up
Spoon's
pine cones and
hour?
chucking them at him.
Tiny gully, just like
And Ray's leaning forward towards him, and then Owen is probably also too trying to look menacing on Ray's antlers, just kind of.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, seeing Owen upside down.
Ugh,
Yikes.
nightmare.
And he smiles wide.
Oh.
What does it say, Franklin?
It is the other half of the map that you have.
Ooh.
And you can see where it's kind of, you line up where it's torn, and you can see there is there we go.
Oh, that is
You
spicy.
can see across from just past the Greenstone ruins, you can see there is a place known as the Undergrove Ingress, and it is at the kind of base of what looks like a valley that Castle Shadowcrag overlooks.
We're currently in the Greenstone Ruins.
Yes, you are currently in the Greenstone ruins.
What
Would
are
I know
those?
anything about this area?
You would know. Make a history check.
Okay.
Ecklet, what are the odds that Mercy is in the Ingress?
Okay. Look, I was told that I could meet her at the Ingress, and I just had to find the valley below Castle Shadowcrag, and from there I had to look for a blackened tree, as if it were struck by lightning. Okay?
Is that all you know?
Yeah?
Can I insight?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
And I got a nat 20 on that history check.
Oh, nice. Yes, so you
got
would
an
know
8.
Castle Shadowcrag. So an 8 for your insight?
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like he's telling the truth. Actually, let's see. Yeah, it seems like he's telling the truth. You would know Castle Shadowcrag is an ancient castle that was once held by dwarves, and it goes through various periods of being occupied and unoccupied, but generally it's by dwarves.
I feel satisfied in the answers that he's provided. I feel like we can track down Mercy with what he is given.
No. You're gonna need my help if you want to get in the ingress to the Undergrove.
Why?
No.
Because I have the key.
Oh, great. We'll search your body.
It's not that simple. It's
Then
not
what
like
is it?
that kind of key.
You have to poop out the key, I see. That's what it is, yes.
I'm not gonna tell you what the key is.
When I say I'll search your body, I will be thorough.
You can't find it on my body. It's not an actual key, you dumb.
I look at Ray and Gully. I know that you are, you don't like eating meat, so I'm assuming that you're soft-hearted in other ways.
That's
Rude.
yeah, it's actually quite
That's
a rude
very
assumption of you.
presumptuous of you.
I'm sorry. I don't know how
I
these
come
things
from a
work.
family of warriors, fighters.
So you're
that's-
fine with me killing Ecklet?
I mean, are we sure that? I mean, we need to get this key. Yes.
I think he might be lying. Just a hunch. Or, like, it's on his person. Or he's just shitty. I mean, we can
You-
break down a door.
Either way, if we
You really think it's
But-
that easy?
Is there
If
a
we-
magical barrier, or what is this? A verbal key? Like you say a magic word and
Tim,
then it disappears?
has there been any stories amongst my people about, like, granted we are from the Eastern Margreve, but the stuff in the Ingress, because that sounds like a very dangerous place. And would
Hmm.
Piney have talked about anything about this in the forest?
You can make a history check.
Now, because Ray did roll that 20, would
Yeah.
I also know that it's like magic or like any type of barrier around it?
You wouldn't know necessarily about a barrier. You don't really know. You have heard whispers of the Undergrove.
Mhm.
It is not something that is talked about. It is almost a kind of myth of that's used kind of to scare kids.
Mm.
And what was your history check, Gully?
I am proficient in history, so that is a flirty 20.
Okay. So again, yeah, similar. You both would have kind of grown up with kind of myth about the Undergrove being a place where that is below the a forest below the forest, a forest of roots that is forbidden, and if you should find yourself there, it's sort of it's disaster. It's often told in context of myths to keep children from straying too far from the village, lest you fall into the Undergrove and be lost forever. So things, it's in that vein, but you don't know, like, you've never heard anybody talk about it in a concrete way of like, oh yeah, that's where the Undergrove is.
I will say that we can, take the chance of. There are two chances we can take. We can, one, take the chance that he does have a key that only he can use, blah, 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 blah. Or we can take the chance that, we take him. We take that chance. We don't have the key, and that's bad. Or we take the chance that we take him with us, and he slips away and continues to prey on innocent people and murder folk and drink their blood.
I mean, we can keep him tied up like a dog.
Prisoner of war.
Is Eklet still intimidated by me?
Yeah, I mean, he seems somewhat intimidated by all of you, but also knows that he is the only information that he has is the thing keeping him alive.
Eklet, I killed you once, and it was fast. I can give you that again if you cooperate, but if you make it harder, my brother will kill you much, much slower. He'll freeze you from the inside out.
Well,
I make like a little frosty magic in my hand.
Those both sound terrible, so I guess I don't really have a choice.
Or I could just let the forest retake you.
Yes, I like that option.
I think I'd rather take my chances with the forest.
Really? And what I'm going to do is just kind of have Gully kind of like slink over to him and kind of take on her super creepy Piney form that like she doesn't show, or is it and I'm just gonna kind of like tower up and over in his face. You're in the Margreve. Don't act like you belong here. The forest doesn't want you here.
We don't want you here.
Noted.
Well, I mean, they do, but for reasons.
Look, I will help you get into the Ingress if you let me go. I'll go my separate way, and I will fend for myself in the forest.
Sure.
Deal?
That actually doesn't sound like a half bad option. The forest will take you much quicker.
I'm lying.
Yeah. Veyron has no intention.
Gully is absolutely for sure that the forest would wreck this dude.
Yeah, Ray and Gully are like, we know what's up. We know what's up.
Deal. And I'm gonna let go of the rope.
Okay, as he falls onto the ground. He does take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
And then I'm gonna pick him up, still trussed up, and put him over my shoulder.
All right.
All right. Which way?
It is nighttime now. Night has fallen. As you came upon the ruins, it was nighttime. So would you like to press on, or would you like to make camp here in the ruins?
I think we should make camp for the night. I'm fine to take a watch or two.
Sorry, Eklet, you gotta go back up, and I'm gonna pull him back up the tree, and then I'm gonna tie it off, and then I'm gonna place my spear directly underneath him, so if he somehow wiggles free and falls down, he's falling onto the spear. I just place it in the ground below him. All right, I feel good about this.
As you string him up in the tree. Do you want to look around in the ruins for a nice place to settle in?
Yes.
All right. So whoever would like to do that can make a survival check.
Also, Tim, I want him high enough that if he got his arms free, he still wouldn't be able to reach the spear.
Okay.
I will make the survival check. I will let them kind of hang out with Eklet, and I will be very quiet, very sneaky. Go take a peek around.
Very quiet.
Survival.
Ray will assist as well, because also too, if she's able to get certain like pieces of wood or scraps of wood or things, she has a wood crafter's kit as well to
Okay.
kind of like try to make shelter if she
Yeah.
knows that it rains or anything.
Yeah, so
am
far no rain,
going-
but it is, I mean, shelter is always welcome, and
Yeah.
there's tons of wood around.
I am
21.
going to go for a walk, and I wink at Nefear, and then I also wink at Owen.
Oh. You see Owen. Owen smiles a very big toothy grin. I am going to fly up into the trees.
I love Owen so much.
Takes off up into the trees, into the canopy. 21 for your survival check. So you kind of take a look around the ruins. It is, you can see where this kind of worked stone has fallen into disrepair. It looks like an ancient ruin. It's difficult to tell how long it's been around. You do see something of note while you're finding it. All looks fairly sheltered. There is one section that does have two kind of mid-level size kind of stone walls that looks like it would offer you a bit of protection from one side. And it kind of faces in on a statue, a stone statue that is somewhat worn and weathered, and you can see quite a bit of moss growing on it. And it looks like almost like a hedgehog like humanoid, and it is clutching a shield. And you can see that like in its hand, it's kind of like its stone hand is kind of clasped around the shield, but the shield is not made out of stone. It looks to be almost resinous, and you can see it is embedded with flakes of almost what look like glistening scales of various kinds.
I would call Ray over. Hey, Ray.
Yes.
I think this is something. I wonder if Franklin could have this. I mean, this ruin is old and abandoned, but I mean, this statue is obviously someone important, but it's certainly not using it.
That's true. But do you think that we're desecrating this if it's a holy space?
Well, Ray, I think if anyone should take it, it should be you and I, as people who are here serving the Margreve. We are here serving the Margreve. If
That's
you
true.
know, the old ways would say, keep this here. This is where this is supposed to go. But I don't think the old ways need to be followed all the time. Franklin with us is serving the Margreve, serving to cure the blight. And if this will help him, then we should give it to him.
You speak wise words, my friend. I think you might have a point. Plus, Franklin, he's interesting. Like his body, it seems like, I don't know.
I've never seen anything like him before. It's fascinating. I'm trying not to be rude and stare or anything, but I'm so curious with how he works.
I know. I sometimes peek when we're like trying to sleep, and I'm looking at everything moving. It's so.
Oh, good.
intense.
It's not just me.
No,
It's not
no,
just
no, no.
me. That's good.
I try to peek through one eye, and then sometimes I switch places with Owen, so then that way I can see through his eyes. That might be very creepy, but at least they don't know it's me.
No, I understand. They always
They
used
already
to.
think that Owen is creepy, so I can get away with it.
I
They
feel
used
like
to-
in the background, Veyron's like, so how does that part work? And just like loudly asking Franklin questions.
Back in my village, when I used to find things in the forest, I used to bring them back and kind of keep them away. But the elders, they didn't like that. They said, "No, you don't need this. You're wood. You don't need metal or anything else." But all to say, I think Franklin would do very well with this. I can't get it out. Can you maybe get your spear in there and pry it out?
Yeah, I can definitely try. Let's see. And then Ray's going to try to get this shield released from
Okay.
this.
So as you try to pry it, it is affixed in there pretty solidly, and your spear is kind of bending, but it's not able to pry it loose. Would you like
what
to
if
take
I
it?
What if I use my tools? Because I do have different carving tools and things. So potentially one of the like, I'm not trying to necessarily break it, but if I can use something to kind of maybe wedge it.
Well, let me take a look at it first. Maybe there's like a thing something that releases it or something like that, rather than just us trying to like brute force it out. Let me take a look.
okay,
Can I investigate the statue?
Absolutely.
$25.
Nice. So as you get a better look, you kind of clear off some of the moss, and you can see the statue. You get a better look at what the statue is, and you can see that this this arena is what they're called. Depicts it's one-eyed, and you can see it's clutching the shield. The way that it's clutching the shield, now that you can see more of its body, it almost looks as if it's bracing against an attack. And it also carries no weapons on it. You can see various pouches kind of affixed in the kind of stonework, these kind of stone pouches and things like that, that it looked like it carried a number of things. But you also see at the base of the puzzle, you can see something written in what languages do you speak?
Just Common and Piney.
Okay.
Oh, I speak Sylvan, if that helps.
So as you kind of usher Ray over, you can see Ray. You recognize the writing as Sylvan, and on the base of the statue it says, "It's been around for millions of years, but it's no more than a month old."
It's been around for a million years.
Millions of years.
Millions of years.
But it's no more than a month old.
But it's no more than a month old.
Millions of years and only a month old.
I'm really glad you said puzzle, because I was like, basilisk. There's going to be basilisks.
Oh, I know. Gully looks at her hands, which carry...
I'm not really good with puzzles and things, so...
Gully looks at her gloves, which carry the gloves of the walking shade, which give me advantage in moonlight, and I look up.
You can see the moon is out, although it is somewhat covered by the canopy.
Let me fix that. I am just gonna go and up the tree, and I'm going to try and move the branches and get them out of the way so that the moonlight shines directly on the shield.
Yeah, as you do that, you kind of move the branches out of the way, and you can see it is a half moon at the moment, and you can see the half moon kind of beam shines down and reflects off of all of these glistening scales within this resinous shield. And you hear, Ray, as you're down there, you hear kind of a click.
Oh. I think that was it.
You go to move the shield, and it easily slides off the hand.
Now, is there anything, like if I turn it around, any inscriptions or anything on the back?
There is an inscription on the back. You're not sure if it's a name. It says Tarian Graffaed Drag.
What he said.
I'm worried that might have counted as a swear. I think that might have counted against us.
Yes.
Whatever you just said there, I think that goes.
Bleep, 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 bleep.
Well, I'm glad. I didn't really see anything else over here, so let's go give this to Franklin, and then we can settle down for the night.
Okay.
Thanks, Ray.
Anytime, friend. Anytime.
And we toddle back off over, and Franklin, look what we found. Gully comes over.
We have a present for you. You did so great, intimidating that. Oh yeah, he's still awake. Yeah,
so much bigger than she is, and she's just like, look, Franklin, look.
Oh wow, a gift for me.
I think
yes,
it's from
you
forest.
protected me from the evil fairy zombie things, and this one.
I think it's from the forest, Franklin. Me and Ray were looking around, and the Margreve has the way of giving you exactly what you need when you need it. So we thought you should have it.
Oh
Yes.
shucks. Can I go in to give them like a group hug?
Yeah.
Yeah, Franklin's a hugger.
Yes.
such a tilted hug. Like,
Gully hugs
Gully
legs.
and
I'm a leg
Ray.
hugger. I'm a leg hugger. I will get right in there. I'm super
Yeah.
okay with that.
Oh, nice. All right, I will send you what that item is. It does require attunement, so do you spend a bit of time attuning to the shield?
Yes.
All right. I
Yeah.
will
I
send
like
it over.
put my leg back on, and then I just like go to.
Are you gonna dual wield shields?
Dual shield.
That's my plan right now. I'm like, shield.
Does this one Captain America? That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the question.
Not quite, but it does some pretty cool stuff. All right, I'm just sending that over to you, and then I will post it for all of us later.
Thick.
Thanks,
All right.
man.
So, who would like to take first watch?
Tim, can I quickly just roll for my walk?
Yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Survival
We don't have to
walk.
spend any time on it. I just want to see.
How many vines do you trip on?
That is a 19 survival check.
Okay, yeah.
I need to clarify something. Cody, do you think that Veyroon is going for an actual walk? Was the wink not enough? It's dinner time, baby.
I had a bunch of honey. I'm fine.
True.
It depends on his
true.
insight, if you caught that. Yeah, you find you hear some elk in the distance, and you do eventually find one.
Cool. We're gonna. I don't think we need
You're gonna
to.
fade
We
black
know
on
what
it.
happens. A bear finds an elk, and a mouth owl is nearby to help.
Mouth owl.
There it is.
As we fade to black on
On the
Jake.
highway.
Ray does call out
Fade to
telepathically
bear.
to Owen. Owen, what
Yeah.
what are you,
What?
wait, are you eating? What are you eating?
I found a mouse.
You found a mouse.
big mouse.
Mm.
Very
In this
big.
area, you found a big mouse.
many big mice.
Rodents of unusually large size. Yeah.
Well, we usually have dinner together, but I guess it's fine. I guess it's okay.
Oh no, I'd still stay with you though.
Okay. Well, then bring the extra of that big mouse, and then we'll have dinner
You eat
together.
mouse
But that's don't. No. I don't want to watch you. It's just you're nearby, and then I feel more comfortable.
Okay,
You're safe.
I'll try to find another big mouse. It may take me a second. See you soon.
Do I need to shape this into a mouse? And I start mushing the meat around, trying to make it look mouse-like.
You see Owen immediately starts like looking on the ground. He's like on the hunt now for a mouse.
Yeah. I got you. I'm gonna give him the help action to try and find a mouse.
The
both better
friendship
at lie
between
now.
these two is
He did get a 30-20, so you watch. You see he like dives through the bush and comes back with like a little mouse. They're so easy.
It's fine. It's big enough. It's fine.
Yeah, flies back. Puts up his claw.
I was gonna say, does he have hands
I should
now?
wash again, right?
That would
Wait
make
a
it
minute,
so much
Owen.
better if he had
Owen,
human
how do I
hands.
look?
Just a
How
little
do I
human
look?
hands.
Oh, you're so wet. Or you're so
So
red.
much blood. Okay, here.
That's
So
so
I
bad.
wash my face off.
So bad. All right, so who is taking first watch? Gully and Ray. All right, you can both make perception checks for me, please.
Ooh. 23.
23.
19.
19. Okay. So you.
I particularly would be up
Yeah. Okay.
in the
You're
trees,
kinda
and I would
above
probably
the
actually
canopy.
climb up the tree that Ecklet was in, and kind of keep a peek.
Okay,
that
sounds
tree.
good. All right, so you are both kind of keeping an eye out, and as you kind of sit and soak in this part of the forest, it is fairly peaceful at the moment. You can hear quite a bit of wildlife in the surrounding trees, as you've kind of figured out about the Western Margreve. It is a louder forest than you're used to. There seems all of the time, but it is relatively peaceful as you watch Ecklet attempt to get some rest as he's kind of groaning here and there, but your watch passes quietly.
Can I whisper him a lullaby? I just want, I want to be nice to him because I think it'll
Okay.
help out.
All right. Yeah, you can whisper him a lullaby as he is able to. You
You're
help
right,
him.
right next to his ear because he's just upside down.
Oh, baby, don't you cry.
I feel like that's a
So much
different form
creepier.
of terrible torture.
Trying to sleep and have someone just whisper in your
Is
ear.
Franklin the like harshest of us all? Secretly?
Yeah, I
Franklin-
think Franklin's
think
got
so.
some like
Yeah.
real buried stuff.
Franklin, as you're doing this, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
As he kind of looks you in the eyes upside down.
19.
19. Okay, yeah, you succeed. So you watch as his eyes kind of shift and he smiles a bit.
Aw, you like it.
And as you say that, his smile drops like, "Ugh. Yeah, whatever.
Little damn fear, baby.
I don't know if he is going to get a rest.
Franklin the Cruel Heart.
All right.
Franklin, is this lullaby normal?
Oh yeah, back at us mentors, we always we're a people of culture, we love singing, we love dancing, and like my mama always came up to me and she'd always sing just a little tune in my ear to help me sleep.
About baby Dampiers?
Oh, I mean, I changed the word from little
Oh,
bull.
you
to
took
little
some
damn.
creative license. I see. Okay.
I did.
Okay.
I can stop
My-
if everyone else wants me to
No,
stop. I
no,
can
no.
stop.
My grandmother used to also sing me lullabies. Very beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if we
Damn.
Piney have lullabies traditionally, mostly because we don't. Our language it just sounds like the trees to the rest of y'all. So,
But that's
But
all
isn't that like a
lullaby.
lullaby?
I guess so in some ways. This forest is so loud, though. I don't know how anybody sleeps out here.
Yeah. Big
Um,
bear snoring.
I am going to, while if Ray has an eye on things down at the bottom, I'm going to climb high up into the canopy of the tree.
Mhm.
This tree where I know Eklund is, and I'm going to try and position myself directly over where he is. If there's like a branch, so I can get a little bit of a view through him,
Yeah.
through the canopy, and I'm going to kind of just like dangle my legs over the tree branch, like imagine just like kid in a fruit tree, and I'm just gonna sit there, kind of look down at him, and grab my talisman. Aditha, I know you said that you wanted me to feel the pain of the forest so I could help fix it. Is he causing it, or the vampire he's affiliated with? Is it their fault? Do you know that?
As you kind of reach down onto the branch, you feel your vision once again kind of pull away as the tree almost starts to wrap around you somewhat in your legs.
I let it happen.
He is the key.
But what does that mean, though? Do we need him to fix it, or is him being involved in it just going to make it worse?
As you probe, you hear no more answers.
Dang. Thank you for everything. I don't mean to be ungrateful. I hope you're taking care of everyone back home. I miss them. And I'm going to do that kind of thing where I kind of like trust fall back into the tree and just kind of like my way down through the trees.
And it just gently, like the branches just gently kind of bring you back down to the ground. It's astounding.
And is Eklund still awake at this point, or is he asleep?
He's in and out. He's in and out.
I think it's working. I think he's a little sweet little baby. Sweet little baby down here.
I'm going to go over to him, and I am going to rip a piece of fabric off of something. And I'm going to tie it over his eyes. And I'm going to get really close to him. Apparently, the forest has use for you. For now. And I just tighten it and walk away.
All right.
And I would relay to, actually, no, I would hold on to that key information probably until the morning.
Okay. All right. And who would like to take the next watch?
I can take the next watch.
All right. Veyroon. All right. So Veyroon, you come to as Gully and Ray.
well.
You, yeah, and Nefear. As Gully and Ray, you go to take your rest, and Veyroon and Nefear, you start your watch. I'll have you both make perception checks for me, please.
23.
23 as well.
Nice. So yeah, you kind of settle in for your watch, and it is fairly quiet. It's as you're kind of getting farther into like those early hours, it's like 2 a.m. It is pretty quiet, and there is kind of a stillness, but you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Every hour or so, I am going to give Ecklet like a real good spin.
Franklin,
I'll remember every time you do that.
who blindfolded him? Usually the person hitting the piñata is blindfolded, not the
Oh,
piñata.
well, Gully put it on there. I thought it was just like a little sleep mask.
Oh,
It was
Franklin, we don't want him to sleep. Tired people make mistakes. Makes it harder for them to, slip free of bonds and run away.
Oh yeah, but we also need him to get in deeper. So if he's all
Yeah,
wishy-washy, he's gonna say something wrong, and then what's gonna happen?
we kill him.
yeah.
Oh, we can't just kill this guy. Look at him, and I grab his face and just like move his cheeks on. A little kid, a little down for you.
Ah, the old Franklin shake.
I think deep down, Franklin, you're kind of twisted, and I like it.
You mean sometimes I could be twisted as tea, Sometimes different flavors of tea, I can be twisted if you want me to be, pal. You know what?
Okay.
Can I also take out that like rat cloak to
Yeah.
just like kind of look at it more? It's like I haven't got a chance to look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Make a. Do you want to attune to it? It
Yeah.
also requires attunement, and you can
Okay,
kind of
I like-
learn what it does. I will also send that to you. Let me just pull it up. I had it a second ago, but then I had the shield.
I think you sent it to the Discord, didn't
Oh
you?
yeah, I
I think I
got
did.
it. I got it.
Or
So yeah,
the
so
Slayup?
you are able to turn into a rat. If you so desire.
Careful around Owen.
Careful around Owen.
For the folks at home, I'll pop the cloak in the chat for folks so they know what it is.
Please.
Was it
Yeah, the
Brig?
cloak of the rat.
Brig.
So you can take a rat form, or you can also shrink in size.
And I just gotta put it on, just be like, oh, what a nice little cloak. I was like, what?
So
Do I
you-
know that it turns me into a rat?
Yeah, as you attune, do you attune to the item? You basically you
Yes,
can
yes,
like
I will attune.
yeah. So as you attune to it, yeah, you understand its properties, and you know what it can do, and you also realize as you put it on, your awareness of the forest around you just gets heightened by that much. Like, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception, 15.
15. So it increases by 5. So you're just, all of a sudden it's like you wake up to all of the sound and the like
Wow.
the forest itself.
Tim, can I have this from my character in the Blackwater campaign so that I
Never.
get a 30 passive perception? I just need a 30 passive perception, Tim. Can I get extra Ds?
What
Make
if-
I need
35?
it. I just need
I just need 35
Yeah.
passive perception. It's be
What
cool.
if you take that part away, but you can turn into a rat still?
You can still shrink and turn into a rat.
Yep.
But you would never wear a rat. Nah, that character would never wear a rat cloak.
Would never wear a rat cloak in a million years.
So yeah.
The power of illusion.
Do
so
we
yeah.
have to protect him? We have to cut him down pre-morning, right? Otherwise, he'll just go like bacon.
Yeah, he's looking like he's not in great shape. He definitely will not gain the benefits of a long rest. He is resting somewhere. But...
That is a valid question that Cody's asking. How does sunlight
The sun,
affect
yeah. I was gonna
Nefear?
say we got to cut him before sunrise.
You would know
They have
that
sunlight sensitivity, right?
as you've been in, they have sensitivity to sunlight. They're not like, they are not. Actually, no, they don't have sunlight sensitivity because they
wow.
are not technically undead.
Mm.
They kind of live between.
So he
and you
won't
also
just
know
cook.
that this part of the forest is the canopy is heavy, so there's not a lot of sunlight getting through anyways.
Cool beans.
So your watch passes quietly. Who would like to take the last watch?
I'll take the last watch.
All right, I'll have you roll a perception check for me, please.
I love that Franklin just like doesn't sleep. That's amazing. He just sits there
Franklin's on all the
tinkering.
watches.
Just for himself for 4 hours, and then he's good to go.
Okay, so it's a 9, and
A 9.
yeah,
Okay.
because I guess the
Yeah.
like passive perception doesn't do anything.
No, this is more active as you're kind of looking around. It's kind of seeing if there's any incoming danger or anything like that. You do as you're kind of listening as the forest is starting to kind of wake up as the sun is rising, so it's kind of going from dark to kind of dim light. You can hear quite a bit of animal movement and things like that, but nothing in your immediate vicinity.
How many
and
rats in the area?
There's a lot of rats.
25 rats.
25 rats.
Yes.
You know exactly how many rats there are all the time. And
You can come with Owen and I for a walk.
Say Owen is your new
Oh
best friend.
no.
Oh no.
And your watch passes quietly as you come to, as the rest of your party all wakes up from their rest. What would you like to do?
Gully's gonna be up at the crack of dawn, up to the top of the trees, and just and eat for the day. That's it.
Ray's gonna look for like any type of berries and vegetation like that she can eat and snack on.
Yeah, make a survival check.
I'll join you on that. I'll try the meatless Monday.
Veyron looks so hurt. He's like,
Oh, I'll make you my special berry salad. It's very tasty. Very tasty.
I would love that.
Oh,
We
Owen
would love
likes
that,
it, right?
Varun?
Owen? Owen?
Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Can I insight Owen?
Yeah.
I would also like to. I don't insight people very often, but I'd like to insight Owen. 22.
This is the one I get a 22 on.
Yeah. Cody,
And then I
the
crush
same
little
numbers. Let's go, dude.
acorns and sprinkle it on top. It's delicious.
You can see there is like a chunk of meat in his teeth. As he's saying, he's saying, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. Yeah.
Is it
And
elk?
he's like, yeah, it's for sure elk.
Oh, I do think about like how owls eat, and then add human mouth to that, and it's really upsetting.
Not bad.
I got a
It's like
23
cough of
for
a
the
pellet.
survival.
Yeah, you found a bounty of fruit and nuts. The
I bring
forest
some
is
of the
kind to you.
nuts and fruit from the canopies and bring that down for Ray as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm gonna go back to the place where I walked before, and the deer is gonna be hanging from a tree that like I've prepped earlier. I'm gonna just continue eating the deer, and then that's my
I thought it was an
breakfast.
elk. A
There's an
deer
elk.
sounds
There's
bad.
An
elk.
elk, sure, yeah. They're both
Yeah,
hanging.
I don't
they're
think
either
you're
one.
allowed to eat a deer.
Ray's
Your
part
present
deer. You
company.
can't eat a deer
I feel
now.
like elk and deer are basically the same thing.
No.
We're distant cousins.
Distant.
All right. So you have your kind of morning feast,
Yes.
and then what would you like to do with Equit?
I'll go over and start lowering him. Gully, do we keep the blindfold on? Might be hard for him to lead us.
He doesn't have to lead us. We have a map.
Oh,
I spoke
my
to
spear.
I spoke to Aditha last night. She gives me my magic. She is the spirit of the oldest tree near my village.
Mm.
your god.
No, certainly not. Gods. You look as the second you mention religion, it is as if it's like without thinking that Gully is just like, no. Unneeded. And oh, it's older than that.
Oh, older
spirit
than
of the
gods.
forest. Spirit of the
Interesting.
forest. The life that rings through and everything in here. Not a god. Much different.
What did she say?
She said he's the key.
So his
So
body is the key.
he is the key. Darn it.
I asked for clarification, but she didn't give it. My sense is what, even though I wasn't quite able to tell if he was telling the truth yesterday, I think whatever knowledge he has, or perhaps it is some magic that has been bestowed unto him, that would make him the key to opening things up. It may not even be knowledge he has. It may be something that has been placed on his person.
Oh,
Good.
okay. I'm gonna place Ecklet on my shoulder and be like, Nefear, can you untie him on the other side? And just like, because he's essentially strung up a branch.
Oh,
and tied to
untie
a
the
different
tree. Yeah. I can.
I've just
yeah,
got
I
him
can
on
do
my
that.
shoulder, ready to catch him.
He's like, ugh.
Sleep well.
No, I
Didn't think
didn't.
so.
Thank you.
How was the lullaby?
It was torturous. Thank you.
Well,
Oh,
I mean, we
Franklin,
have-
and I pat him on the
I
back.
look at Franklin. And I give him like a really like, yeah, well
Oh,
done.
I thought it was nice and sweet.
we have a map. So my thought is that we don't try and use his information till we need it.
I agree.
I think we could go as far as we can with what we have available, and look at these. Just the there are some things on the map, Tim, that are like, I'm looking at it in our Slack
Like
here,
the
that are
skull.
like the skull. I'm wondering
Some
because
symbols.
that looks like an on our part of the map that we have. I don't have the other one that looks. It has like a darkened entrance. I put the map pieces together. It looks like whatever is in this ingress area, this might be a way in, or that might be where we start.
Well, we have to look for the tree that's blackened like it's been struck by lightning.
Right. I think we go there to start, and
Mm.
we go until we do not have anything else. He is
Oh.
not of the Margreve, so I do not want to impose him on this place more than necessary.
I agree, and also too, the rune. You're holding him on your shoulder, yes?
Yeah, like over the shoulder.
Also,
like a
thank you
sack
for the
of
raise,
potatoes.
Stable Aradia. Thank you so
Hi,
much.
Stable.
Hi.
Aren't you afraid that he's going to go on your
No, you
back?
can bite me. It's fine.
You sure you don't want to gag him?
Like if he bites me, it'll be worse for him. Isn't that right? And I shake him.
Yeah, shake him. Give him a shake. Give him a classic shake.
Okay, I'm just looking out for you, friend. Just looking out.
No, I appreciate it.
Here's my whole thing. How do we know that he didn't lead us into a trap or anything like that?
More like Gully said, we're not gonna follow his lead. We're gonna go to the place.
He wants to stay alive. He wouldn't lead us into a trap, right?
No. I just want to get out of here.
I do trust Gully and her connection. She speaks the
she's-
truth.
She's never led me wrong so far. I mean, I don't think this is her fault.
No, it's Mercy Black's fault.
Right. Well, let's make haste. There's good daylight. Let's do that.
All right.
We take off in that direction.
I'm gonna
Alright, so you
walk
can-
a real weird saunter just to make
Jostle him a
It's
lot.
just a really shuffly
So
trip.
you travel for a number of hours. You kind of get into the mid-afternoon, and the canopy you can see is quite thick, and you realize you are, with your kind of passive perceptions, you realize you are following a kind of trail of black roots and red flowers as you head farther and farther in. The head of the group sort of keeping an eye out, or all right.
I will be.
I want to look on the I like tracking on the ground as far as any if there's certain tracks or anything that could, point to this individual that we're searching for?
Gully
Okay.
scouting ahead. I would take essentially the 15 to 20 feet ahead of the party. Scouting ahead, probably just in the lower branches of the trees, just kind of keeping an eye on the ground and moving my way through.
I'd like to be exactly between Franklin and Vlod Nefear, making it the least convenient place to escape from.
Okay. All right, so I will have Ray. I'll have you make a survival check as you're kind of looking for
Yes.
tracks and things like that.
Mhm.
And Gully, I'll have you make a perception check for me.
You got it.
Oh my gosh. That was a nat 20 for 26.
Hey, we love
Nice.
that. I'm following up behind with a 16. Still pretty good, but not a natural 20.
Okay. So Gully, you hear that you notice that this part of the forest is quieter than the part of the forest you just came from, which is odd because you know that there's more kind of animal activity. This is a wilder forest in general, so it does kind of strike you as odd. Ray, you see a number of tracks, all of the same kind. You see what look like fairly large boar tracks.
Okay. And
it's
does it seem like there's blood or anything in those tracks?
there's no blood, but you do notice a few, you can see where there is rubbing on a number of the trees nearby from what look like tusks. And you also notice around where the rubbings are, there is kind of almost like a charring effect.
Am I able to take a look at a closer look at the char to try to see, even in between my fingers, if it's, and smelling it, if it seems like sulfur or something?
It smells burnt and almost like there's an ozone-y kind of ionized smell to it. And as you're kind of looking at these, you feel the ground kind of boom, 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 boom. You feel a kind of hoof beats on the ground. You know that you're familiar with that kind of sound. Something is charging toward your party. And if we can, I'd love to take a break there.
Oh,
Quick
yes.
bio break.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
No.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
We are going to
Les
do a
Spies.
quick giveaway. Stay tuned. Dot is going to post in the chat how to enter the giveaway. You'll be able to enter during the break. It is for a grab bag full of zines from the wonderful folks here at Kobold Press. And it will be given away right at the top. So please stick around. Our break is not so long. Grab yourself liquid, preferably not blood, and some snacks, preferably not meat unless that's really your thing. And we will be back very soon.
Type !enter or !ticket to enter the giveaway. One entry per person, and the winner will be drawn after the break.
Thank you so much. We'll see you
Bye.
See you
soon.
shortly.
Bye.
We're back.
We are back.
back.
Dot
We're
is
back.
going to post the winner's name in the chat right now. So if that's you, biggest congratulations ever. Congratulations. Oh, I think that's
Tara
Tara Faybell.
Fabel.
Tara Faybell.
Oh, wait.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah, with a 12.5% chance to win.
Wow.
Love that.
Congrats.
Congrats, Tara.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Dot will be reaching out to
Wow.
you via Twitch, so expect a little whisper to come your way.
A little bit of
Yes.
R-rated math for you, right?
Sorry, we're gonna fade to black on math.
yeah. Fade to math.
Darn
Fade
math.
to math.
Yeah, amazing. And please, this is Kobold Press's 16th birthday. They are offering a 20% off in their Kobold Press shop. So if you have
I
been
didn't know that.
eyeing up, I know, Tim.
I gotta go.
Go right
I
now.
can't be here
Bye.
anymore. Bye.
Oh, he's gone.
I have some shopping to do.
So if you have been eyeing up anything from Kobold Press, now is the time. Head on over. The stream link was just dropped in the chat. Head on over there. And the sale ends in 2 hours. So have fun.
Legit, Tim.
Tim.
You
Oh,
might need to
God.
wrap this up. You might need to
Totally.
wrap it
No,
up.
you're
The
saying
sale
it
ends
right
in 2
now.
hours. You gotta wrap it up. I
Back
got
to you,
stuff.
Tim. Go ahead.
All right. So, as I was saying, Ray, you kind of sensed this thing coming. So I am going to have everyone roll initiative, and you are basically all going to have a round before this thing gets to you.
Sick.
Okay. So
Mhm.
I would have basically telepathically talked to Owen, warn the others. There's a creature heading this way. Be prepared.
All right, so 25 to 20. And you all hear Owen kind of relaying all the information to you. 20 to 15.
17.
19.
19 as well, actually. Yes.
Nice. That was Ray goes before Frank.
Yeah. Ray Franklin Gully. And then I got a
Gully,
15.
what's your dex modifier?
My dex mod is +3.
Okay, so yeah, great. And sorry, what was yours, Veyrun?
15. Right on the cusp.
All right. And Nefear, what's yours?
13. Been rolling very low on initiative.
It's okay.
Yeah, bring up the rear, it's fine.
All right. So it is. Oh, actually. Okay. Great. So it is. So we'll start at Ray. You're at the top of the order.
I'm going to. You'll see where Ray's eyes illuminate this bright green. She's casting Speak with Animals, and she's waiting. She's going to kind of position herself in the middle of wherever the path leads. If this thing is heading towards her, she wants to basically be there to try to speak with it before it can attack, hopefully.
All right. You're not exactly sure which direction it's coming from just yet. It is still kind of on the move, so it's difficult to piece out exactly where it's coming from.
Okay. Yeah, but she's
but
just
you're kind of-
basically preparing that Speak with Animals in order to try to reason with it, hopefully.
All right. It is Franklin's turn.
Yeah, since I was wondering, like, since I have like this passive perception that's like at 20, could I use it to just be like see where the stomping is coming from, so I could give it a heads up to Ray?
Yeah, I'll have you make a perception check for me, actually.
Okay.
As you're kind of like, you're trying to kind of listen, kind of feel the ground.
19.
Okay, so as you kind of like zero in, it is coming from your to the east of you, and it seems like it's coming towards you.
Oh, it's coming from the east. It sounds like it's stomp right at me.
All right, it's Gully's turn.
Veyrun has Eclid at the moment, right?
Mhm.
Hearing this information, I am gonna look at Veyrun. Veyrun, if he takes a hit from this thing, he's gonna go down. Best to be to get him up in a tree.
Okay, I can just hold on to him. But yeah, I'm quite tall. Hopefully it'll be like chest height, but I'll try.
If there is anything, I can take him up into a tree. Just to let you know.
Okay.
And I am going to cast Booster Shot as my bonus action, and then I am going to hold my action to shoot it.
Okay.
Actually, no. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to hold my action to shoot it
All right.
if I see it.
I see it. All right. It is now Veyrun's turn.
Cool. I am going to. Are there any like high places that look like I could place? Eclid
You could try to place him in a tree.
Okay.
There's a number of
I'll
trees
get
around you.
near a tree, and then as an action, I'm gonna like kind of move my hand through the air as the air kind of coalesces and hardens into ice, and I'm gonna cast Icicle Dagger as three Icicle Daggers form in my hand.
Okay.
And that will be my turn as I wait for
Alright.
whatever is coming to come.
Nefear.
I will stick by my brother's side, facing the direction that Franklin said, and I'll be basically holding to see what everyone else does.
All right. We are back to the top of the order. Ray. Have
Raise.
you- Yeah.
I'm gonna begin by moving when Franklin gives the direction as far as where the creature is coming from directly. I'm going to move in that direction, and I'm just gonna say out, like, I don't know if that's a free action or if you're gonna say that that's an
Yeah,
action.
you can speak. Yeah. No.
We mean you no harm. Please stop, friend. And then she's gonna try to listen.
All right. You can. Yeah. Okay. You say it out. It kind of echoes through, and you can hear it now, like cuckoo, cuckoo. You can all kind of feel it under your feet. Franklin, it is your turn.
Like, do I know how to use this shield right away, or is it gonna be?
Yeah,
kinda
you've attuned to it, and you've kind of
attuned.
spent the night kind of learning and understanding it.
Okay. This is a chunky text. Okay, well, yeah, definitely once, like, I'm cool to double wield 2 shields.
You only get the
You only get the
I-
shield bonus from
Yeah,
one.
you only
Okay, I
get
get
the
shield bonus.
AC bonus from one. But yeah, you can hold 2 shields. I will
Okay, so-
fully allow that.
I'm pretty sure shield is a 1d4 bludgeoning weapon. As
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna, like, shield me and Nefear, because
Okay.
like, just like it's coming up to us. So I'm like, I don't want to be caught with our backs down. We gotta toughen up. So I'm gonna put my shield up so that we are ready for this fight.
All right. How close would you say Beirun and Nefear are to Franklin and Ray?
I'd be next to.
I would have wandered over to
Varun.
the closest tree. So
Relatively close by. I mean, the forest is pretty thick with trees.
okay, that's up to you.
So you're
I
all
guess, Jim. Yeah, I think
within
we'd
kind
of
be
10
close to
feet.
each other, yeah.
Okay. So you hear this kind of
Gully
pounding.
is up in the trees.
Yeah, Gully is
Yeah,
up a
okay.
little bit. Okay.
And I don't hear
you hear-
it say anything, because technically I can talk with it and understand what it's saying if it did speak.
It did not speak.
Nothing. Okay.
You hear this kind of pounding of hooves, and then it stops for a second. As you hear this crashing, as this giant, kind of greenish skinned boar plows through from above you, as it leaps right over top of you, Ray, and slams into the ground in front of Franklin. As you watch lightning crackle along its body, I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws, except for
gosh.
you, Kelly. You're up in the tree.
Not bad.
Ooh.
21 for me.
Oh no.
All right.
23. Woo!
Nice.
Got a
Franklin, what was your?
13.
13. Okay, that's a failure.
Oh,
I got a 12.
And 12's a failure.
I hate to say Eklet, do your
Yeah.
homework, but Eklet
Yeah.
has to make one.
Eklet. He rolled a natural 1.
No!
he's the worst.
So as this storm boar slams into the ground, this ripple of thunder kind of crashes out into all of you. So those of you who failed, so 15 and below, take 16 points of thunder damage. Those of you who succeeded, you take half, and you are also pushed 10 feet. So Beirun, you watch as Eklet flies off of your shoulder. Even though you are able to kind of withstand it, in doing so, he tumbles off of your shoulder and onto the ground.
It's okay. I fly with
Franklin-
him.
Yeah, and Nefear, you both
Well,
get knocked.
Eklet's
uh,
unconscious, right? Because he didn't get a long rest.
He got a short rest though.
Oh,
He
okay,
did
okay,
take
cool,
some
cool, cool.
short rest healing. So, so you are both kind of pushed 10 feet away, Franklin and Nefear, and Eklet is kind of lying on the ground, prone next to you. You two didn't get knocked prone. You're there. Yeah, and that is its turn. As you can see, it's just like it is like focused on Franklin. All right, it is now Gully's turn. You could also have taken your shot. Yes.
Fantastic. I will do that first before I do my actual action. That's gonna be a, oh my gosh, character sheet. I don't have a book. Who am I? This is gonna be a dirty 20 to hit.
Nice. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll the d6 to see what we're dealing with. I'm hoping it's not the lightning one. Okay. Y'all are so welcome. It takes 2d10 psychic damage and is stunned until the start of my next turn.
After it like crashes into the ground.
I love this spell. Forever.
You've given it a concussion.
Meanwhile, Ray's trying to like invite it to dinner. You know.
Yeah.
That is going to be so that is going to be 12 piercing damage from my crossbow, and that is going to be 14 psychic damage, and it is stunned.
All right.
And as my movement, I am going to drop down, like take a vine and drop down from the trees, and I'm going to run over to where Ecklet is, with the thing in my mind that the forest has said he is important, and as much as I hate it, I have to protect him.
Okay. All right. It is now Veyrune's turn.
Okay, I am going to step back from the boar and over to Ecklet, standing next to him. And I'm going to throw one of these icicle daggers. But before I do that, I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to shake the ring on my spear, casting Hoarfrost on the dagger, and then throw it, casting Biting Arrow as an action, and hopefully hit. We'll see. Yeah, that's good. That's 23 to hit.
That hits.
Cool things. Nope, that's a 22 to hit, but
Still hits.
still good. So that's 4d4 plus 1d6, I think. Yes. 3, 5, 7 plus my dexterity and charisma, so 14.
Nice.
Of damage.
You threw the dagger, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. Nice.
So it was all
as you
dexterity based.
slams into the kind of thick hide, you watch the ice kind of like pushes in. All right. It is now Nefear's turn.
Okay. It is stunned.
It is stunned.
Was I knocked prone when I got?
No,
pushed?
you were not knocked prone. Only Ecklet is prone because he was already tied up. So when he fell.
Hello, 46 and 2. Thank you for the big raise.
Thank you,
Oh.
folks. Welcome in.
Okay, so I'm going to take out my warhammer and I'm gonna run to it, running by Viru and be like, "Is this because did you eat its family last night?" And I'm just kind of like,
Maybe, I don't know. Elk and boar related.
I knew it! Meat eater.
I'm gonna take 2 attacks. Are those at advantage because it's stunned? Is that a thing of stunned? I think
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I did forget to roll at advantage, but
from the days of Monk, I thought I remembered.
Yes.
dude, monks are so strong. Sonic
Monks are
Strike is
so
just so good.
Shoot. Okay, well the first one is a 14 highest. Does that work?
14. It does not hit.
Unfortunate. But the second hit is an 18.
That does hit. Yep.
Sweet. It's going to take 7 points of hammer damage.
Nice.
Bonk.
You take 5 points of lightning damage as you hit it with your hammer. The like.
Wait, no.
the,
Let's think about this.
The thing's hide just like crackles out with lightning, and it like
5 points?
strikes up your arm. Yeah, 5 points.
This one's spicy.
So was
Can't
the
wait.
elk last night, actually, a little bit. Just like kind of a paprika kind of aftertaste. Maybe they are
We'll
related.
talk about this after we handle this. We'll talk about it.
Well, elk is a deer.
Distant cousin.
Oh.
All right, it is Ecklet's turn. He is going to. Well, first he's going to do this. That was very good. So then he's going to try to do that. You can see with your passive perception, his sleight of hand check was terrible. he is trying to kind of get out of his ropes.
He's just on the
You
ground.
watch him kind of struggling against it. He has not been
Roaming
successful,
around.
but he is trying to get out of his ropes. And we are back to the top of the order. Ray, you're up.
And DM, is this creature considered a monstrosity?
It is a monstrosity.
Okay. So with that knowledge, the gems on Ray's golden owl focus around her neck shines brightly. Her eyes, instead of that green, transition to this vibrant purple, and she positions herself in front of Franklin to protect him.
Nice.
And she looks at the creature. Stop what you're doing. This is your last chance. She's charming him. So let's
Okay.
see if it works. I'm hoping.
What's the
This
save?
is a let's see. This is that a wisdom? Wisdom, yes, wisdom.
Yeah.
I read it right. Okay. I had to make sure.
No way, it's wise.
No, that is only an 8.
Fantastic. So that means that it is now charmed by me.
Nice.
And unless one of my companions harms it, then it's still under my control. So it should
Okay.
stop.
Yeah, so you see it kind of like it relaxes somewhat, even though it is still stunned, but you can see it's like its eyes kind of shift into kind of a softer gaze.
And this
That kind of
lasts for
exhales.
24 hours, by the way.
Wow, what spell is this? Oh, it's part of your abilities, yeah.
It's a part of my special ability. It's called
Wow.
Monstrous Empathy.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm
And
showing its mercy. I'm trying to
would-
show this thing mercy.
You do know about Stormboar. They exist in the Margreve. In fact, I'll have you make a either a nature check or an animal handling check for me.
Okay. Oh, let's see. That's only a 13.
Okay. You've heard of Stormboar before. You've never come up against one before. You would know that they are very territorial. That's about the extent of your knowledge at this point. All right. It is Franklin's turn.
Okay, so this thing is charmed and stunned.
It's charmed and stunned. Chun,
So-
if you will.
Chund. A chunder. So like I just like maybe throw out my shield to protect it to make sure no one else hits it, to be like ah! Like
And
It's like-
its eyes, once charmed, turns the same purple as Ray's. So then you know that obviously there's some connection that has happened there.
you know, I was like, nobody else hit this thing. It's just a living creature. It's just trying to live. It's not like the sweet baby Nefear over here. Look at him. He's just worming around like he's in a sleeping bag at a sleepover party.
All right, so you kind of move to interpose between the rest of your party and this boar. Gully, it is your turn.
Seeing, would I be seeing, since I ran over to Ecklet, would I be seeing that he's trying to break out of his bonds? Okay, great. So I am basically going to, I have my crossbow pointed, and I'm going to turn it and face it on him. And I'm going to go, now, you stay where you are, Ray's taking care of the boar, and then we move forward. You understand?
Intimidation check at advantage.
Tiny sweet tree thing can't intimidate anything. One sec.
We believe
I mean-
in you.
I don't know. You could do the Eldritch horror thing again. That was pretty.
Pretty scary.
That was pretty scary.
It was kind of the circumstances. You kind of caught him, and the bears are right there, and it's
I rolled a 19, and because my charisma is so high, that's a +4. That's gonna be a 23.
He
Noise.
goes, you got me. Sorry. And he kind of like puts his hands down. He stops fighting against the ropes.
And I just keep my bow trained on him. Yeah.
Okay. It is up to you what you would like to do. Because the Stormboard is no longer hostile, we can drop out of initiative since it does last for 24 hours. So if you would like, we can drop out of initiative as Eklet is no longer trying to run away.
Eklet up back on my shoulder, and I put him back on my shoulder real rough. Like I throw him over with very little gentleness.
Ray will approach the boar and basically kind of on its hide, just kind of like rubbing it, like almost like she's petting, her pet or something.
And you feel all of the hair on your on your coat kind of stand up on its end with this kind of static electricity as it sort of bristles along. But it is friendly towards you as it kind of like nuzzles. You do make I want Franklin and Ray to both make insight checks.
Is it talking at all? Can I understand?
It is not talking.
It's not talking. It's just quiet.
Those are like danger scritches. You're like very close to.
I saw a video today of a dude slapping a hippo, and I was like, that man is the bravest man alive.
That is very dangerous.
Big guy.
Just splats
15.
poop all over it.
15. And what was yours, Franklin?
17.
17. You can tell the boar has quite a bit of interest in Franklin. Franklin, as you kind of look at the boar is looking at you like a piece of meat, like food.
Oh.
It's like not moving to hurt you, but it's like it's eyeing you up like you're a delicious cut of meat.
I'm just a bunch of stack of gears. What do you want with me, you big old lug?
This is not your food.
No, I think the storm boar eats metal. I'm gonna take a dagger. I'm gonna take one of my like metal darts out. I'm gonna just in the palm. I'm just gonna offer it to the boar.
You watch as it just devours the metal. Just as you see lightning kind of crackle through its tusks.
That's a new one.
Okay.
As
Franklin,
you see that,
Franklin is friend, not food. Berun has struggles with that.
No, listen. That information came to light during the heat of battle. Therefore, it is inadmissible. Just saying.
as it kind of like it kind of snorts and kind of paws at the ground.
I've never seen a creature like this before.
The storm.
There isn't a lot of metal in the Margreve. I guess this is probably one of the reasons why. It gets rid of it.
I mean, with this boar with us, we kind of hit the whole food pyramid: meat, not meat, and metal. It's great.
We should let the boar live its life and keep going.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's nice for this moment of balance.
It is like getting up in your pouches trying to find more of those darts.
Hey. No.
We should move before it eats all of our gear.
Does Eklet have any metal on him, like a belt buckle, like anything metallic on him?
You can make an investigation check. Sure.
Sick one. That is a natural 20. It hovered on the 8 for so long and dipped over. So, to be fair, it's a 19.
Yeah. You can see he's got some big metal clasps on his boots.
Cool.
And he does have a belt buckle. You kind of move some of the ropes around. You do find he does have a fairly hefty metal belt buckle. And you would know also his rapier that you, I assume one of you probably still has when you knocked it away. It's also metal.
I'm gonna take his boots off. I'm gonna just give the boot wholesale to the boar and see what it does.
It just immediately you watch as it just like goes for it just like chews off the buckle.
Cool, and then I put the boots back
away.
on, buckleless.
Like they barely stay on as the tongue has been ripped out.
And then I give the belt buckle and the rapier over to the boar.
He just chows down on these things.
That's a hungry boy. Good, yeah.
He's like, you realize now when the ropes come off, my pants will fall down.
That's hilarious.
You could use some of the rope as belt. It'll be fine.
No. I'm gonna loop the belt back through and just tie it off. So uncomfortable.
Good as new.
It's fine.
We keep going.
I'm trying to keep you safe from stormboars. That's I'm looking out for you, Eklund.
Ray will
Yeah.
let the boar know to like that it can move forward. So she said, "Okay, you can go back to your home now.
Just
But remember, they are not food. Not food."
kind of, you watch as it kind of rubs up against one of the trees, and you now see as it does that, you see sparks kind of connect through its tusks and burn the tree as it does that, as it kind of stomps back into the
Remind me
forest.
to never touch that. Ever.
Mm-mm.
Gully looks at their skin and the bark of the tree and climbs back up and then I will scout ahead again.
All right.
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
So you
Did you think it was cool,
on.
Eklund?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you've
Yeah.
seen
Uh,
a storm bear and a
perce-
storm boar.
my perception is
off.
a 15.
Okay. So you continue on as it is getting kind of into that early evening. You're getting close to the end of your day. When Gully, you can see ahead on the path, there is you see the kind of black roots form almost an archway of sorts and you see beyond, kind of, it just naturally kind of grows over this path, and you can see the red flowers kind of dangling down from this root archway. And you can see beyond this archway, the trees, a number of the trees. It seems like most of the trees in the area beyond, you can see, have that kind of black blighted look, and you can see the leaves are mostly red. And the path kind of continues on from these kind of brown and greens into this kind of black and red beyond the archway.
I think we're in the right place, everyone. I don't like it here. This
It's
isn't
likely
right.
to get worse.
I know.
We must proceed forward in order to stop this. It's hurting the forest
I
and
know.
also affecting you.
I know. I hope we can fix it. If he's the key to it, can't be good. So let's move on. Let's go forward.
All right, so you press ahead. It is now getting into night. Would you like to continue on? According to the map, it seems like you are relatively close, but where it seems like the ingress is on the map is still probably an hour or so away into the night.
Perhaps we not exactly dive right into the ingress at night. Maybe we go in the morning
It's not unwise.
before
Sure.
it gets too dark in there. It'll be so dark.
We're
You said that
close.
these vampire creatures, these people, they're more powerful in the nighttime as well. Yeah.
They thrive in the darkness.
They are. Yeah.
We should maybe gag Eklund if we're close enough. He can make noise.
Yeah.
Does he need a health gag or just a gag?
Just a regular gag, I think.
The other one's too valuable.
This time, just to mix things up on him, I'm going to not hang him upside down, but hog tie him and then hang him from the like fulcrum point, so he's like a little triangle in the tree. So I'm gonna tie his,
We are
for
the
those who don't know what a hog
worst.
tie is, I'm gonna tie his ankles to his wrists behind his
Wow.
back, and then I'm gonna hang him belly down. And
We're
again, I'm gonna
awful.
Are we
put
the
the spear right
heroes?
underneath
Are we
him.
the heroes?
Well, you
Veyrun
are.
is not. You're my. Veyrun's here to do a job. The spear is
Alright.
underneath him, hog-tied, hanging from a tree.
Okay.
Hope you get a good rest. And I give him a bit of spin.
Who would like to take first watch?
I'll go with Gully this
Oh,
time.
you want to go, Gully? Okay.
Yeah, we'll mix and match.
All right, Veyrun and Gully, I'll have you both make perception checks.
I'll do my usual tree sweep, walking around. That was such a journey for 19.
That was 17.
17. Okay. So you take a look around, and this This bit of the forest is unsettling. It is not a pleasant place to be. It seems very alien to what you're used to. And as you're kind of moving through the trees, you can see these kind of blooms of these red flowers amongst the red leaves on these black trees. And as you're both kind of moving around, I need you both to make Constitution saving throws for me, please.
Is this against poison?
It is against poison.
I have advantage on this saving throw because I am plant. I am a plant.
And
Amplant.
Amplant.
Have you considered Amplant?
Oh
I
my
just got some implants.
21.
21, okay.
Constitution, that is going to be a 16.
All right. So you both take half damage. You both succeeded on your saves, but you will take half damage. So it's 6 poison damage. It would normally be 12, but it's half to 6. As
I am
you,
also resistant, so that's just 3 for me.
so as you kind of move through these red flowers, you can feel the pollen kind of stick and burn on your skin. There is something about it that is in some of the flowers that is quite caustic as you kind of move through. But other than that, it is relatively quiet during your watch.
Can I try something, Tim?
Sure.
I'm gonna walk over to my to one of the flowers, and where Gully's hair is one of the things that I rolled this on a table. Something about Piney. Heavily perfumed flowers grow wherever Gully's body hair grows,
Nice.
and they grow back very quickly once they're plucked. So Gully's gonna take a few flowers out of their hair, and I'm gonna try and gently put them on the arch because my flowers are already slightly blighted, and I've seen that they are the same type of flowers. Does the blighting get worse?
When you put your flowers on them?
Yeah.
On the red flowers, or?
Yeah.
No, it does not seem to get worse.
Okay. Well, that's worth
What
a
you
shot.
doing, Gully?
Well, with the nature of the blight as it is, I'm very curious if how it's going to affect me going through there. Am I simply going to be worse off because I'm just in the forest? And am I going to be able to do the things I need to do to help save it? Or am I going to get corrupted like the rest of this? Is this going to get worse? Because I can't really have it get any worse right now.
Well, for what it's worth, we've got your back.
Well, thank you. That's very kind. But if you don't mind having my back isn't going to help this.
We'll have your front then.
I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless.
Your front. Nice.
And we just kind of hang out and
Yeah, keep an eye out.
And I've seen bears before in the Margreve, but
Mhm.
you know, I for brevity, I ask Veyron all about what it's like to be a polar bear. You don't have to play that out. But
Yeah,
I
it's pretty
do.
good. As I spin every hour I spin. Excellent.
All right.
Oh, you know, it's this and that.
Who's taking next watch?
I'm going there.
All right, Ray and Nefear. I'll have you both make perception checks for me,
Okay.
please.
And there is something I want to do as well.
Okay.
Okay. I got oh wow, that's a 27.
Not as good. 18.
Okay. So as your watch kind of presses on, what would you like to do off the top? We'll resolve that first.
Ray is very you kind of see where Ray is almost pacing back and forth, and Owen's kind of also too just kind of following her, trying to figure out what she's doing. She's gonna do something really risky, but she has a certain resolve about it. Is there a tree nearby that seems to have some of these flowers?
Mhm.
and the black and the red flag. Okay, so she is going to go to that particular tree. She's going to close her eyes as she gets closer, and she's going to reach out her hands. And in that moment, it's almost as if there's roots from her own hands that seem to almost connect to the tree, and there's a kind of a white light that illuminates around her hands. She's connecting with this tree for tree speak,
Nice.
and she's going to lean close to it with her eyes closed, her head also towards the tree. What is causing this? Who's hurting you? And she's just gonna wait to see if there's any type of response.
You hear back. There is no pain, only hunger. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Will do.
Uh-oh.
So, how's the 13 looking?
Okay, that's a failure. So as you as you're kind of connecting with this thing, you feel it start to pull on you, and you feel it pull that essence from you as you take 17 points of necrotic damage. And as you watch, as you kind of rip your hand away, you watch as the blood kind of spills, and you see as it splatters on the edge of the tree, you watch as kind of red flowers appear to grow out of the bark.
What has happened?
I knew there was risk in trying to connect, to try to figure out the source that's causing this. It spoke to me. I wanted to know who was causing this, but only it said no pain, but it hungers.
Hungers.
Yes.
Eclipse, that sound familiar?
Hmm.
The forest hungers.
Ah. Interesting. I'm hungry too, if anyone cares.
I'm sure. We have some time. What
You
do you
have
get
some
out of
food?
all of this?
Just the image of him.
Do you offer yourself up to be bitten? I'm just curious.
Sure.
What?
Okay.
With Nefear? Really?
What are you? No.
It's
Nefear.
fine.
All right. You watch as you, he kind of reaches out, and you can see his fangs kind of extend as he bites into the shoulder of Nefear, and you take 1 piercing damage and 5 necrotic damage.
Okay. I'll
Oh.
cover the
Disgusting.
wound with my hand, and I'll lay on hands myself.
Oh,
close it up.
that feels so much better.
You
I
get
feel like
none
I
of
can-
my blood. Don't get any silly ideas.
All right.
And she's like holding her own, where the blood is still dripping down.
And you
Down
can
on
see
her
he
bracers.
starts licking his lips as he sees your blood.
Listen, you're supposed to be important, so
Interesting.
I suppose we'll be keeping you alive for now.
All right.
What do you get out of all this? Why are you even here?
Well, hopefully Mercy will be happy with what I've brought her. And I need Ray and Nefear to both make strength saving throws for me, please.
Oh,
No!
That's fine.
We
I'm
should
good
have
at
killed this loser from the start.
Tim, you monster.
Oh
It was a trap. I knew it.
Guys, I know we think that Ecklet's the monster, but Tim's the monster
You're
here,
a bad,
for real.
nasty man.
No,
16.
he's wonderful.
16. 5. Okay, you both fail. As you feel the ground kind of shift beneath you as vines and roots kind of come up and grasp both of you, like wrapping around your entire body from your mouth down, as your whole body becomes kind of enclosed in these thick, heavy roots. And
What
you
does
watch.
Franklin see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Franklin, I would need you to make it as well. A strength
Franklin
save
is
as well.
Tinkering.
Wait.
What the hell is going on? Hey, you
the
guys
trees
all
are getting
right?
weird.
Well, that seems out of place.
He's enjoying this unfold.
I have a 19.
Yes, Franklin is like, you see this kind of happening and you feel the ground start to move beneath you, and you kind of jam your shields down into the ground, and you push the roots out of the way so they are not able to entangle you. But you watch as Ecklet, hanging from the tree, watches the tree branch kind of gently lowers him down, and as it does, it kind of scrapes along the back and cuts the ropes as it kind of snaps back. And he kind of like shakes out and he looks at you and he goes,
Do his pants fall down immediately? Yeah, what an idiot.
and he's like, gosh.
I knew it. You're just a weird, dirty blood pervert. Pervert for blood.
I will have everyone roll initiative once again.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
gracious.
goodness.
Oh
Do
man.
I get
Do we roll a
disadvantage because I'm
disadvantage
Yeah,
in the
disadvantage.
ground?
Yes, disadvantage because you are those of you who are asleep, and those of you who are entangled.
I rolled better on the second one, so we're
Rolled very
letting it lie.
An entanglement with the Nefear. Never thought that would be on my bingo card. But here we go.
Yeah.
All right. 25 to 20.
No.
All right, 20 to 15.
17.
I rolled quite well on both of mine. 18 for me.
Okay. 18. And Veyroon, you said 17.
17, yeah.
Nice. 15 to 10. And a
13.
13.
8.
8 for Nefear.
Oh, Nefear.
And what was yours, Franklin?
A hot 5.
High five.
Love that.
So Franklin
Real
is the
high
only
five.
one awake at the moment, and Owen,
Yes.
who will act on Ray's turn. Owen also sees this and is like, ah. But Ecklet goes first because I rolled a natural 20 on my initiative.
course.
And you watch
Oh,
as he
dang.
turns and he sprints farther down the path, using his full action and movement to dash 60 feet. Gully, I will have you make a perception check to see if you heard Franklin talking and Franklin talking and Owen's little squeak up in the tree.
Perception at disadvantage or just perception?
Disadvantage, yes, because you are asleep.
Because of sleepies.
Sleepies.
Okay. Perception. That's gonna. I've been rolling quite well. Thank you to the lovely lady who made my dice. That's going to be an 18.
18. Yeah, you wake up, and the first thing you see is that Ecklet is not in the tree.
Where'd he go? I look to Franklin and Owen, and I see Nefear and Ray.
He's run down the path. The dirty blood pervert, damn trees, and cut him
So I like that Franklin is absolutely just like down the path. Belly's gonna take off.
Daggum trees.
I'm gonna take off down the path after him.
Okay,
my
sounds good. Yeah,
Um,
with your full.
Can I, after 30 feet, can I see him?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you have dark vision, right?
Oh, I do. Yes.
Yeah,
275 feet.
absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Sick. I am going to shoot Eldritch Blast at him. And I am going to activate my Entangling Blast. So if I hit him from my energy, not the energy of the forest, from my energy, if I hit him, he is grappled, and he
Great.
will completely in there and fall to the ground,
Okay.
That's cool.
and is considered, he's considered grappled by my magic.
All right.
essentially. And the DC for the saving throw is to escape the grapple is my spell save to see which he can do on his next turn.
All right. So let's see if you hit.
How many Eldritch Blasts is it at level, whatever level we are? 5?
I'm not sure.
5
One
to
or
2. Two shots.
And I have this invocation, so it could go on both hits.
Okay.
If I miss on the first one. First one to hit is a That's going to be a +8. That's going to be 18.
That hits.
Okay, so that is 1d10, I think, for that sweet Eldritch Blast damage. Plus my spellcasting modifier. That's going to be 14 damage, and he is grappled.
Nice. Yeah, he's not looking great.
Now, did it lose concentration on the spell that he put on both of us?
That was not a spell he cast.
Oh.
That was an effect of the forest.
And I'm going to yell after him. Don't you dare think you can take the force and make it do something you want. And I run, and I like on my neck. I'm like raring to run. I'm still in process of running towards him.
Okay, so yeah, you're
Nobody
still at 30
fricks
feet.
with my forest. So.
All right. It is now Veyrune's turn. You would have heard nobody fricks with my forest and woken up.
like anything, like if I've awoken.
Do you always like what's like Undertaker? just like you always wake up just
immediately knowing that I've been awoken early. I know that like Ecklet's up to this no good. I'm gonna look at Franklin and be like, "What direction?"
Down the path.
Run there. I'm gonna run 30 feet. And then seeing him already grappled, I'm gonna be like, great. And I'm gonna take the moisture of the air around him and freeze it solid. He automatically fails his dexterity saving throw and is restrained. I am concentrating on this though. Like I am maintaining concentration. I'm not.
As Veyrune runs up, we're running alongside each other. I just put my hand up for a high five after he's done.
I do a low high five because Scully's a little.
It's a down low.
Yeah, I do a low five that's going upwards, and it's like a. It's
Scully
like
jumps. Scully has to jump for the high five.
Franklin in the distance. Nah, it's more of a down low.
It's a down low for Veyrune. It's a high five for Scully.
All right, it is Nefear's turn. You can attempt to break out of these.
Oh yeah, for sure gonna do that.
Entanglement.
What is that? A strength check?
Yes, it is a strength saving throw.
Saving throw.
To
Okay.
try to break it. Yeah.
Well, I was good at these. 10 was.
You continue to struggle against it as you feel it kind of pressing down on your fur. You're not able to break out of this thick root. All right, it is sorry, it's now it is Ray's turn. Sorry, Ray should have
Okay.
before Nefear. That was my mistake.
So strength, right?
Yes.
Okay. 13.
Yeah, you struggle against it as well, unable to kind of push yourself through. It is
Ray will basically telepathically, because her mouth is still covered, I'm assuming, by these vines.
Yeah.
Tell Owen, Owen, please follow and don't be seen. I don't need you hurt.
Okay. And he starts flying pretty quietly as you watch as he kind of like darts through the top of the canopy, kind of silently flying through. All right, it is now Franklin's turn.
Am I closer to Nefear or Ray?
You are probably closer to Ray because she was by the tree.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and just like kind of like rip the branches off, or like use my shield the same way that I shake them off.
Yeah. All right. I'll have you make you can make a strength check or an athletics check at advantage.
Athletics. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So that is a hot 15.
Yeah, you manage to kind of chip away at it. You don't fully get Ray out, but she will have advantage on her next save to try to break out as you do break away some line.
Pervy blood trees.
All right, at the top of the order, it is Ecklet's turn. Does he take any damage from that?
2d4 damage from my eyes. He takes 4 points of cold damage. Sorry, he takes 9 points of cold damage because of my sorcerer thing. If I do cold damage, I add my charisma. I keep forgetting that ability.
Very rough.
He can use an action to break free of the ice, and I think he can use an action to break free of the grapple, correct, Em?
But my question is, are those different actions because they're different, or is
Yeah,
it
absolutely. He's
Yeah,
he's
two layers of
yeah,
effects,
yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
he's iced. The ice has gone over
We
the
double down in this.
Yeah,
round.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we do.
I have a lot of movement reduction effects, and I know that Utahime has a lot of movement reduction
Yes.
effects. We're just gonna slow people down.
Oh, yeah.
slow him down. I
I'm
will say he'll try
shaking.
to break out of the tomb first as he kind of shakes his whole body, and then he
Cool.
would try to get out of the vines.
He
and
needs to
then-
make a strength check,
I'm gonna
not
say
a save, just a
I'm
check.
gonna say it's a disadvantage too because he's
And his
surrounded
pants
by
are
these
down,
vines.
of course. So that's double disadvantage.
So embarrassed.
Yeah. He got grappled, pants fell, and then iced.
Ooh.
It was only a 4, so he is still embarrassingly stuck in this. Although I will say the vines that are tastefully covering his nudity.
Yeah.
Excellent.
As a
Right,
show of
we love that.
modesty.
The forest knows what's up, though.
Two
It might be
leaves.
all corrupted and
It's
stuff,
just
but
like
it
those
knows what's up.
cartoons where, like, whenever a character has any amount of clothing removed, there's always like something in the way.
Right.
It's like perfectly placed.
But he does kind of look over at you, Gully, and he goes, "You need me." And it is Gully's turn.
I'm gonna look to Veyroon.
Hmm.
Aditha said we need him.
Oh, we can keep him. He'll just have to, cuddle with me while we sleep. I'm a very tight cuddler.
I'm worried
And I
that
look
he
at
won't be
Ecklet.
our choice anymore. I'm gonna go over and I'm going to stand on top of him. I'm gonna just stand on top of him. I might look small, but I will rip your heart out.
Oh, yes, Golly.
You'd have to find it first.
She spits on him.
Oh, cool.
Wait, is it like sap? Like what?
Yeah, it is absolutely sap. And it just
Oh,
sticky.
yeah, that's gonna burn.
He gags. He fully gags.
Good.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it would be all acidy and gross. And I am going to pull out my crossbow, just my regular crossbow, and I am going to just aim it at him. And if given the word, no. If he makes, I have to be very careful with what my action trigger is.
I will say we can drop out of initiative as he's effectively incapacitated.
Okay.
And
I mean, on my turn, I was gonna go over and punch him in the head with non-lethal damage. So,
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I would say you can do that. You're next in initiative, so you can go and knock him out.
Veyroon just walks over and goes, "Golly, I
What?
respect you." Straight in the side of the head.
Thank you, Veyroon. I respect you too.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Well, I wasn't gonna let him get away
Put
from
it
us.
over my shoulder again. Oh, no. Absolutely not. You did a great job. Do we want to
Hey,
bury
Luke.
him up to his neck this time? We can do that.
Veyroon, can I give you some advice?
Yeah.
Since you said you respect me,
Mhm.
I think you'll sleep better and have an easier time going forward if you take a moment and before we get in here, thank the forest back there.
Like the trees.
All of it. It's alive, Veyroon. It feels and knows it is older than time in memoriam, and it will outlast us all. It will make your journey, wherever it takes you after this, easier.
I have a question.
Of course.
Because Ray seems to not like me eating meat because Ray is made of meat. I mean, we all are. But you're made of plants, and they eat a lot of plants. Is that upsetting for you in an equal way? I don't know how this stuff works. I just feel
Veyroon, I
like
think
it's
it
like
is.
hypocrisy, you know?
I think that if given time, also I know Ray. She likes to tease. So if
Have you
she's
ever
giving you a
eaten-
hard time, it means she likes it.
Have you ever eaten food just for the like fun of it? I know you don't need to like for the sustenance, but like you just ever move it around in your mouth for the flavor.
Oh,
You can
Faerun, I
spit it out
can
after.
eat. I can eat.
Do you ever have
I
meat?
just
Pretty good.
Varen, I'm gonna let you talk to the forest, and then you can sleep on that. All right?
Sleep on the thought of you eating meat.
Why would you ever give a tree meat? Why would you ever give a plant meat?
I don't know. These plants seem like they love meat.
Well, I will say,
Blood, I
say,
guess.
we do have some cousins that are more of the carnivorous plant variety.
When Nefear
but
and I
we
were
can-
coming south, we found plants and they like fully ate things. It was crazy.
Oh
love
yeah,
those
I mean,
plants.
those might have been. There are Piney who do the same thing. We are. So, but no, I am not a tree that eats meat. The best meal for me is sunlight.
No.
And-
Again, I was saying not for sustenance, just for like fun. You know?
Can you guys help me get Nefear out of the?
Yes.
You come back and all work together to kind of pull the roots and vines away from them and free your comrades, and they have been freed.
Okay, harsh
Finally.
conversation time. Does Ecklet need his feet in order to be the key?
We don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
does
but
he
keep
have to
him
be
a-
alive, or could you just shove him into a keyhole like a key?
Keep
Well,
him
like-
away from the plants.
My question is like it's real hard to run away when you don't have feet, and like we can just kind of truss him up footless.
If
You
I'm
could also
assuming
just tie
you,
his feet. You don't have. I mean, cutting
I'm
off feet.
assuming you. I'm assuming you guys would have filled them in on what happened. What filled everyone in on what happened, for brevity's sake. My one worry is that regardless of what appendages he may or may not have, the forest, the further we go, will try and take him where he needs to go. We are so close to the corruption that it will be. He may not have feet. He could not have half of his body. He may be alive or dead, and this forest will likely take him back to where he needs to go.
The forest
I
is
think he's
working in
putting
his
us in.
favor.
We are far. We are far into the Western Margreve, and we are getting. As we get into the Ingress, it is corrupted.
That's
It
how
hurts to be.
I felt it.
It
I was
hurts me to be
connected
here.
to it.
Right.
It was
Well, he-
enjoying what it was doing.
Well, he's taking a nap right now. Having a nice little sleep, so he's not gonna run away.
No, but I heard what he said. He said that he was going to bring us to Mercy Black. I think it's a trap. He's bringing us into a trap. He was just dumb. Like he just kept on falling over and stuff. He was pretty awesome. But
Did his pants fall down?
yes, his pants are
Yes,
still down
I
right
tied the
now.
belt loose for that exact reason.
Well, then it seems
Genius.
that our even his and maybe Mercy's goals are aligned. If we are to fix the corruption, we have to go there. If he is going back to her or into the Ingress or to the castle, then we are all doing the same thing, just for very different reasons. As I have been saying the whole time, the Margreve takes you where you're supposed to go.
So, what do we want to do with him?
We keep him alive. I
We
think
have
we
to
have
take him.
to. Aditha said she's the key. He's the key. She wouldn't lie to me.
I can just keep over the head, each day. Just kind of.
The forest
He doesn't have
wants
to be
protect him.
conscious.
I don't know. Hit him with a, but then gag him with the ball. And that way,
Really?
like
You're really fascinated with this ball.
you're really
I don't
into
know.
Let's
that
just
part of
while
it.
he's
I just feel like we
unconscious,
should
let's
use
just
what
try
we
and
use.
let's just try and get some real sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Um,
gonna put
I
my
could
arms-
use it. Look,
I'm gonna put my arms under his armpits and my hands behind his head, and then I'm just gonna go
You get a
down
full Nelson
asleep.
sleep.
Full Nelson sleeper hold?
Yeah, full Nelson
Yeah.
choke hold, and just fall asleep fully, like
All
wrapped
right.
around him.
All right. I assume Franklin's going to take last watch here. as you guys finish your long rest. So Franklin, I'll have you make a perception check for me.
All right. Okay. That's a 15.
15. So while you are a bit unsettled here, the rest of your night goes quietly. As again, you just see the kind of like thin dappling of sunlight start to pierce through the canopy, but it is quite the difference between night and day here is quite a bit less pronounced with how thick the canopy is, and it all seems to kind of go quietly as you're kind of on edge throughout the whole night. But your companions awake, and you begin your next day as you head down the path. I assume you all kind of begin your journey down towards the ingress.
Is Ecklet conscious at this point?
He is in and out of consciousness.
That's where we want him. I'm
Yeah,
gonna put him on my shoulder.
it was only a couple hours ago that he got knocked unconscious, so he's kind of in and out. But after a few hours, you do arrive at what appears to be kind of a grove, and you can see the path kind of runs into this sort of more open area, and you can see in the center of this thing there is a large split blackened tree. You can see it is charred, and there is kind of a crack running down the center, almost down to the very bottom of the stump. But you can see it has no red flowers or red leaves, unlike the kind of surrounding grove around it.
Gully would go in and approach it.
You head over to it, and as you move towards it, you hear kind of a creaking and cracking as an arm comes around from the side of the tree. And you can see in its large kind of clawed wooden hand, there is a bowl.
I look back at the group. If he's the key, maybe this needs his blood.
That was what I was thinking. Great minds think alike.
It would
Thank
make
you,
sense. It's an old belief that one must sometimes give sacrifices to the forest with their blood.
I have Ecklet come over,
Carry him over.
take up my dagger,
Oh, I was gonna bite him. That's way better. Yeah.
cut him on the wrist. I hold it over the bowl.
You cut him and no blood comes out.
Shit.
He kind of opens his eyes with the little bit of health that he has left from that cut. He goes, "It's not my blood. It's all of yours." And he starts licking his lips. Who's first?
I'll walk over. Offer
Wait,
my
wait.
paw.
First. Wait. First. Owen, can you get me a rat?
Yeah, 1 second. My friend, there's no rats around here.
Yeah, I could have told you that. There's no rats around here.
Two of us don't have blood, per se.
So that leaves me,
I guess
the
we'll
rune,
just-
and Nefear.
Yes, and we have
Just
the
have to
same
work
blood.
with what we have.
Nefear, are you sure about this?
He's already given me a taste.
Ray's going to slap him across the face.
Thank you, Ray. I was about to do the same.
He talks too much.
Well, if you've already had a taste of one, you might as well have a taste of the other, brother. And I'm gonna just fully shove my hand into his mouth.
It's
Okay.
oh god, you're letting him bite you to
He bites down with force on you. As you
yucky.
take,
I make sure that my talons go into his tongue.
He's
so
a yucky man.
you take 1 piercing damage and
Yep.
5 necrotic damage. And you watch as his eyes kind of go wide.
And then I hold his head over the bowl and I open it and I'm like, spit it out! Spit it out!
Not until I have all of you.
Can we just kill this guy?
Wait, why
Wow.
can't
Okay.
I just put it in the bowl myself? I don't.
He's
Yo, let
the
me try
key,
that.
right?
Oh,
He's the key.
gosh. Ugh, it's disgusting that I
So we
even have
gotta-
to give my blood to this animal.
We have to put,
Fine. Here, hurry up.
He bites down on you, and you take 1 point of piercing damage and 4 points of necrotic damage.
If it's any comfort to you, Ray, he's beyond animal. Animals have more ethics and tact than he does.
Yes, it's an insult to all animals, actually. I apologize.
And he looks over at you, Nefear. I'm afraid I need a fresh taste.
I'll carry him over to Nefear.
Yeah, I'll give him my arm.
Takes another bite. All right, you take 4 points of necrotic damage and 1 piercing damage.
Then I carry
As
him
his
over to
mouth,
Vol.
you can see, is full of blood.
Let it out.
And as he goes to spit it out, as you're holding him there, you watch as another arm comes around from the other side of the bow and grabs his head, and you hear a sickening crunch as the rest of the blood is just exhaled into this bowl. And you watch as his limp body kind of gets pulled back and tossed into the trees behind. And you watch as the center kind of splits open down the whole tree as it reveals this large kind of thick-rooted tunnel that goes down deeper into the forest floor. And that is where we're going to end it tonight.
Dang, Tim!
Veyron will run into the forest and just stab the body, just in case. you just gotta be really
Holy
sure with that.
bananas.
Secure the kill. Secure the kill.
creepy.
Good thing we got that R
Tim.
rating.
Ooh,
Thanks.
ouch.
Thank you everyone so much for joining us tonight for our just this amazing partnership campaign that we're doing. We're
Been
from
a lot of
Blackwater
fun.
D&D. We are having just such a wonderful time. This is episode 3 of our 8-week run. So please go check out the other ones on YouTube. They're posted, I believe, on Thursdays. And we are back every Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right here at twitch.tv/Kobold Press. If you like what we do, we at Blackwater, please come check us out on our channel, twitch.tv/Blackwater D&D. We do campaigns every Wednesday and Saturday. Our main campaign has a backlog of 88 episodes for you to sink your teeth into. And so we have a delightful time over there. Thank you so much. And we still haven't figured out a way to say
No.
goodbye yet.
No, we did, because the Rotting Heart.
Oh, the Rotting Heart, yes, because this is the Rotting Heart campaign. Have a wonderful
Don't
week, everyone, and we will see you
Bitten,
next week.
folks.
Don't get bitten.
Bye.
And hug a couple
Oh, you
trees
get
while you're
bitten,
at
And,
it.
Evan.
and
Wait,
stick
wait, wait.
around. And stick around because there's going to be
Oh,
a
yes.
little hello.
Kazoo
from-
hullabaloo after
Happy
this, as
birthday,
all of the kobolds
Kobold.
sing happy birthday. Happy 16th
Kobold,
birthday,
it's your
Kobold Press. We love you
day.
so much. Thank
Hope
you for
that you get a
everything.
bunch of cool
Thank you, guys.
D&D and stuff all day. Yeah.